What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Love Coach Scott Katamas, and welcome to the Awakening World. It's Saturday night, and we've been doing this show for 3.5 years now. And we've got a really fun and a unique show. You know, we've done a lot of different things, while we're doing something very unique tonight. We are coming to you, well, some of us are coming to you, live from a psychic fair. And here is my wonderful co-host, the beautiful, magnificent, magical, multi-talented, multi-dimensional Tangela.
Hi, Scott. How are you? Hello, everyone. Hello to the Global Peace Tribe all over the world. We're so excited to be broadcasting to you all live from our psychic fair in Santa Clara.
Wow. So tell us about these. And I know you've got one of your beautiful psychics with you right now.
Yes, I have Renu Lal here with me. And just to let everyone know, I think a lot of our amazing Peace Tribers have actually been to some of the psychic fairs in different locations, but we host these. These are basically they're metaphysical fairs, and we have all types of psychics, tarot card readers, astrologers, human design, sound healers, body work, massage, and Renu Lal here, she does prayers to wear, henna design. So we have all types of incredible healers, metaphysical practitioners. We have talks all day, and we have special workshops, like actually right now at 5 p.m. we have a it's 6 now, it's been going on for an hour. We have a live seance happening where people are connecting to their lost loved ones, and everyone is actually guaranteed a communication. So we have all types of amazing speakers and talks happening all day. This is a full weekend event. They are actually free to attend. So we host these all over California and in Arizona because we are just so excited to be sharing healing and transformation with the world. And we just want as many people as possible to start connecting. I mean, you know, I'm based in Sedona, where everywhere you go, we're all, you know, able to be exposed to all of these healing and modalities. But, you know, even here in Santa Clara, so many people who are coming, it is their first time attending an event like this. And it's their first time being exposed to these types of healings, these modalities, this transformation. So it's just incredible to see people's eyes open up and the changes that take place.
Fantastic. Now, do you want to take us on a little tour? Do you have the ability to do that?
But I'm actually, you know, Renu is here with me, so she wanted to just jump in really quickly and show us a little bit about prayers to wear. So we can do that.
Well, then let's do that. Let's do that right now then.
Wonderful. So I'm just here to introduce Renu Lal. She's an amazing healer, as well as artist, and she combines the two together because she creates prayers to wear.
Right.
So, Rena, do you want to tell us a little bit about henna?
Yes, for sure. Henna is a prayer. You wear the prayer. It's the same thing like you have your jewelry on, you wear your necklace, you wear your own prayers. Henna is a language of symbols. You use them as an offering. Like you go to a church, you light a candle, you put fruit at the altar. Women do henna as an offering. The color it leaves behind is a blessing. So I always let my clients know they can choose the design, they can pick the price, or I give them a free reading. The reading I give them is I place my feet on their feet and I connect them with their palms, get into their energy, and I can tell them about who they are, what's going on, their personality, what prayers do they need right now and why. With their energy, I draw all the henna symbols, and they use their own personal henna symbols as an offering. The color it leaves behind is a blessing. So today, right now, I'm going to do just a little blessing symbol on Tanchina so she can have it, because we've been so busy all day. We haven't had time. So I'm going to draw a little blessing symbol on her.
So everyone has got to get to see this live, and I'm quite excited because I have not experienced Renu's prayers to wear myself. So
She's my
Have you talked with her about what you want the prayer to say or to
not
be?
at all. We have not talked about anything.
and
So she's channeling, is she channeling a prayer for you?
Exactly. Yes, she's going to be channeling a prayer for me. And so in South Asia, I'm from Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, also in the Middle East. It's common for women to wear henna, especially when you're getting married or for celebrations, but it's actually a very ancient tradition that, that's been around for a very long time. And it's a form of, it is an art, but it's also a prayer. So,
Okay.
so
let's see if you guys can see it.
can you guys see it?
We
Yeah.
can. Yes.
So Renu, do you just channel whatever comes to you?
Whatever comes to me, right now, I'm doing it very quickly on you because I haven't placed my feet on you, but what I'm doing for you right now is a blessing symbol, and it'll give you a lot of peace, and you have been so busy and stressed out. This will help you a lot.
Okay, good. Because there is,
And I mix my own henna. It takes me almost 3 days to make one batch of henna, which is mixed with a lot of natural oils. So that's how it works. And there you go. Almost done.
wow, okay,
Fast.
look at that.
Okay, you can do it the other way.
Oh, sorry.
Right that.
Can you guys see?
Wow. That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
And how long will that last on her hand?
So a couple weeks. So in 10 minutes, I will put a little sealer on. So the sealer is made with the honey and lemon. Honey makes the pattern stick to you, and lemon juice brings the color of the henna. I've used the same henna on all my clients today, and the color could be different depending on their pigmentation. And all you do is leave it alone, and when the top dries and flakes off, it leaves the henna color, the henna dye. It's a natural dye.
Great.
Wow. And
And so the prayer that she channeled for me was one for peace.
Yes. Oh my God, she has been all over the map. So this is just like a little blessing symbol for her to keep her well balanced and grounded.
beautiful. Well, thank you, Renu. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
we're expecting to see all of you guys, whoever likes to come and visit our metaphysical fair, please come down. We would love, love, love to have you guys. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Renu. Thank you.
Renu,
Okay,
thanks
thank
for
you.
being here.
Sure.
Love
Bye.
you.
Bye.
So isn't that cool?
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Very, very beautiful.
So, these are the kind of like unique practices and events that that are happening here at the fair. And I see, George, you're asking, is there an English translation for that beautiful prayer? And so she, basically it's a design that she channeled. And so she channels specific designs for each person that comes through, and they're based on, the personality and whatever she feels like that they need the most. So.
Beautiful. Do you want to take us on a little tour of the
I
fair?
will. Of course, now I have my henna, so I have to keep it like. But so just keep in mind, guys, that the fair did officially end at 6. So it is a little bit more quiet. It was extremely busy and packed before, but now it's actually ending. But we'll just go around and say hello. First, we'll stop by our own SoulSearch booth.
There they are. They're the SoulSearch goddesses.
Victoria and Barbara, 2 of our SoulSearch goddesses. They have been instrumental in actually holding down the fort and creating this whole fair. Victoria and Barbara are also healers themselves. Victoria is a psychic and channel, and she's actually going to be leading a Stargate meditation tomorrow.
Facilitator, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Stargate facilitator, and she'll be leading a meditation tomorrow. And Barbara, Barbara has a henna on her shoulder too. Do you want to show the henna?
I think you had somebody in the waiting room.
She has, he'll let him in. And Barbara is a Reiki healer and practitioner, and also a dating coach.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, exactly. So we have amazing soul searchers here who are, obviously helping us, grow this fair, and then also healing themselves. So thanks, guys. And actually, Victoria, you just had a session with Christian who will be on later. How did it go?
It went really well.
Awesome.
He's wonderful.
Okay.
He'll be here again tomorrow.
Okay,
He
great.
invited me to all our-
Exactly. So Galaxy, you can go in and we'll see you in a sec. Okay, and so I'm going to just now take you guys over. Here we have Ben doing intuitive body alignment. Say hi, Ben. So Ben is doing intuitive body work. He is also incredible. I actually got a session from him earlier today myself.
I could use that. That sounds pretty appealing.
Oh, it's amazing. He works out all of the different knots and everything, but then he's also like really tapping into your guides and angels and masters at the same time. So it's pretty incredible. And here we have Tony, who we actually had on the show pretty recently. Say hi to Tony Tirapelli. And this is,
I remember Tony. Tony's wonderful. We love Tony.
yeah, so Tony, you want to say hello and show people what's at your booth a little bit?
Hello, how are you? So I know you guys know a little bit about me from being on. I have all of my, not all of them, but I have a lot of my angels, and I have channels, and I painted. And those above are the wraps that are healing, and you wrap them around you and you receive the healing. It's pretty awesome. We have candles here. We have mini blessing cards. We have the large blessing cards. We have mugs that bless whatever you have. It's just awesome. And then I'm doing the healing. So
Yeah, and then
I'll
Tony,
just send you guys.
and then Tony's doing healings back there on her amethyst bed as well.
Yes, yeah.
So this is a huge angelic healing chamber we actually have here at the fair. And people have been coming here all day receiving angel healing.
Wow.
I hope you guys all have had a wonderful day.
Yeah, and so we're sending you angelic healing blessings.
Thank you. I love that. Send you that. Yay.
So say hello to Tony. So that's one of our other healers who you all have met. And then actually here we go. This has kind of cleared out a little bit here in our main hall, but this is our tarot and readers hall, where we have a lot of all of our tarot readers. And then we have, most of our people have actually closed up, but we'll take a look, and we still have some body workers going on here. We have a Jin Shin Jutsu happening on this side. Yes, exactly. So we have all types of like physical healing modalities going on. And then Daniel has packed up for the day, but we will show. Daniel, do you want to say hello? Daniel, Claudia, both of you guys. Here are 2 of our psychics and healers. Say hello.
Hi, I'm Danny.
I'm
Dan-
Claudia with Courageous Wheelchair.
Oh, Good to see both of you. How's the show been for you?
Good, yeah, very, very good. Feeling a lot of good channeling. I'm getting a lot of good intuition for me personally in my business and my path, and good client support.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I feel like I've done a few of the psychic fairs and I really felt called to come here. Because I feel like a lot of people I connected with that really needed to hear the message, and I just can't wait to do another one again. And I feel so grounded, and so aligned with my purpose. And thank you so much to Changila and everyone for really allowing me to be here. I appreciate that.
Oh, well, thank you for being here. And so Claudia is a wonderful tarot reader, and she's joining us from Southern California. And then Danny does incredible sound healing and body work. And I can't even describe what you do with crystals. And
Yeah,
he has all these. He has this amazing table and booth here. I don't know if you guys can see, where he lays you on a massage table and describe what you
yeah,
do.
it's well below cognitive language description. It's helping people remember that deeper inner light body, that crystalline vibration, and returning to that, stepping through the layers of the thinking, the emotions, and the physical body to get to that core vibration and remember that and practice that.
Mhm. Thank you.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I actually had a healing from him as well today. The good thing about doing a psychic fair is you get to go around and actually test out all the different modalities.
Especially with you, the owner of the psychic fair.
Exactly.
You get a little extra treatment there.
It
Thank you for taking good care of our Tangela, and drop on by the booth. Maybe you can pop on camera again a little bit later on in the evening.
Sure. Yeah. Feel free, guys. Thanks. I'm glad. And thank you so much. Thanks. Here, we're going to stop by. There actually was Aura Photography here too. She's packed up for the day. And then we have here Stone Allure, and they have a beautiful crystal booth here. You can see all the time. You want to say hello on camera? Hello. Do you want to tell them a little bit about the crystals and what you have here? Jewelry, crystals. Okay. So we're just on camera. We're just good. We're just showing your beautiful booth with all of the crystals here and your jewelry. So come say hello. You want to introduce?
My name is Teresa, and I am the owner of Stone Allure by Isael. And we have curated lovely crystals for every intention that you have. I hope.
Let's see here.
I'll find something for you.
Show some of your crystals here. She has a big array.
Beautiful. Wow. Just beautiful.
Yeah, like you can see here. Yeah, so you can see all of the amazing crystals. So people have been coming all day. Isa, come back. So do you want to just tell them a little bit about? Yeah, just say about your crystals and what they do and your experience at the fair.
Oh gosh, this is my first time doing SoulSearch. I've been wanting to do it since last year, but I was not able to because it conflicted with other schedules that I had. But this year I made up my mind that this is what we're going to do. So I'm so glad I did it because it's been such a lovely event so far. The vibes in the place are amazing. The vendors, the people, the customers, everybody is just wonderful. It's been wonderful to me so far. I've been really good doing this.
Oh, that's
And
wonderful.
Tangela creates such a beautiful energy. She really is very special with that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate y'all very much. Very much. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for
Thank
being
you,
here.
everyone. Thank
And
you,
you guys,
Tangela.
if you want to see some more crystals, you know where to come to Santa Clara. And here, love to say hello to here we have Ancient Echoes.
Hello.
And go ahead and introduce yourself. He's been doing tarot here all
Yeah,
day.
I'm a tarot card reader. My name is Phoenix, and this experience, this is my first time here, and it couldn't have started off any better. So I really want to thank you for this opportunity.
Ah, thank you. And so, did you feel like you had a lot of people come? You were able to give guidance and support to people coming through?
There was not one sour face.
Okay, great. And Phoenix actually has a great YouTube channel where he does live tarot readings all the time and has a great following. But this is his first time doing an actual live in-person event, right?
At least in person event, I do in person. I have done in person readings. I
Yes.
do pick a card readings, and every now and then I do lives, but I had to put a little bit on hold because
Sure.
because I have to because I'm moving.
Okay, great.
So just
And Phoenix came to our Burlingame Fair last weekend as an attendee and as a guest. And then he was like, hey, you know, I do tarot and I'd love to be a part of your next fair. And so here he is.
no, I couldn't have had a better experience. I really could.
Well, thank you for being here. It's been great having you.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you again soon, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. So it's great. And then here we have a couple of our other healers. You guys want to say hello to our audience? Introduce yourselves and what you guys were all doing today. They actually had a beautiful, huge booth set up with the whole healing area back there.
You know, tucked into the back with our sound healing. Michaela, this is her first meal all day because she
Oh my gosh.
with just so many people coming in. Like your first client came in, it's like, oh my gosh, can you cure my brother's cancer?
Yeah, that was my first client.
Wow.
That's possible.
Oh,
Anything's possible.
no pressure at all, right?
No
Right.
pressure. And yeah, she had her Tibetan singing bowls and drum, and I had my crystal singing bowls
Beautiful.
at 432 hertz. And we're really excited for a second day. This is our first time at a festival like this at all. And really blessed that it's like showing up here in Santa Clara. This is my hometown, like San Jose, Santa Clara.
Wow.
Okay, so
Born and raised.
Yeah, and what's interesting is, you know, a lot of people had been asking me to do an event here because there hasn't been a psychic or healing event in Silicon Valley in the South Bay area for over a decade.
And
wow.
we need it, don't we? I mean, of all the places.
So we are here to really bring some new good energy to this whole tech area,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
People overworked.
Yeah, people
Yes.
overworked,
Oh my God.
overwhelmed in their heads. So we're just here to kind of open up those hearts, help people get embodied.
Really
Drop
shake
it.
things up.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
One
yeah.
of the exercises that I actually invited people to
Chakra
do is
shake.
called a chakra shake.
Yeah.
Where we physically activate the chakras from the top to the bottom and then slough off any old energy to invite in new energy, new space, so that even if people aren't like receiving our healing, they'll go out and they'll like feel abundance elsewhere.
Beautiful.
Like whatever they need. Like that's why I'm here, honestly. It's like whatever people need.
That's
It's great to
amazing.
provide.
Chakra shake. There you go.
Dr. Shake.
Grateful that you put this on. Thank you for
Thank
doing
you
it.
so much.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
welcome. Thank you for being here. You know, and for me, it's just amazing because we get to meet new healers like you guys and get to connect with the local community, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's amazing healers all over doing this incredible, powerful work. And when we all come together, we just amplify it.
Yes, and everybody kept coming up to me and they're like, "You're local?" They were so excited. They're like, "I get healers in my backyard." Like it was like, yes. So I really hope this keeps reverberating and like we'll stay connected to all
Yes.
these people who are so hungry for it. And then we'll just keep building more and more of the community and healing vibes. And then more things will sprout out too, I'm sure.
Exactly. It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
So can you imagine, this is the first show we have in the South Bay and we had over 1,200 people register to come. So you can
Wow.
imagine
Day 2 tomorrow.
Wow.
day 2 tomorrow, how hungry is this community for this kind of work?
Almost as hungry as me.
Almost as hungry as us. So thank you guys. And we'll see you tomorrow. So very exciting here. And then Jessica, do you want to just say hello? Say hello to our online audience and just let them know what you were doing here today.
I was
Hello, Jessica. Welcome to the awakening world.
So she was selling her essences. Do you want to show a little bit?
well,
Well, show maybe this. She has all these beautiful essences and products. She's putting them away because people are packing up for the day. But
they're sprays for
what about those right there?
energetic set.
Sprays for an energetic reset. So that's
Yeah, so they're around different emotional, spiritual healing themes, and you spray them around your head and shoulders for a pattern interrupt, a state change, a mood change. They're little tools that you can carry around in your pocket to have more authority over the state of being that you're walking through life with and interacting with people. And they support to draw your energy in and stay grounded.
Wonderful. Can you show one to the
So
audience?
this is one of the roll-ons. It's
Mhm.
called Dancing Queen. And you
Ooh,
put
let
it
me
on
try
your-
it. I might as well try it. Okay, nice, beautiful.
So it's very uplifting and opening and
Mm.
soothing and softening, help you get into the flow, help you stay centered in your heart.
Beautiful. And you create all of these.
Yeah, I make everything. I grow the ingredients that I infuse my oils with, and I wildcraft and grow my flower essences as well.
Wow.
Beautiful. And where are you located? Where is
I live in Sebastopol.
Oh, nice. Sebastopol.
Yeah.
We love Sebastopol. We have a lot of friends and beloveds there.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll see
Well,
more of you,
I'll
Jessica.
be here, and I'll be in San Rafael in October.
Yes, so she'll be in San Rafael in October. So we'll see her at our San Rafael psychic fair coming up, and you can see some of her experience, her essences there as well.
Fantastic. Nice meeting you, Jessica.
Jessica. So you can see we have like a lot of amazing creators and healers and artists. And so I'm going to just show here we have a reading going on.
All
That's
right.
Dr. Christian von Lahr. He's actually a master clairvoyant and world famous, and we'll have him on the show a little bit later.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the show. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. So now we are heading back to go sit down, and we are going to be joined by one of our amazing healers and guides, Galaxy Starborn. But what did you guys think of the little tour?
So much fun. That's really, really fun. And a lot of people are writing in the chat box. Ayata writes, that's incredible. No healing or psychic fairs in Silicon Valley for a decade. I'm so glad you're there, Tangela. I avoid going, she says, I avoid going there from Melo Santa Cruz unless it's really essential. And so it was Jessica was the name. So tell people before we go to Galaxy, we do do a song. Eleanor Joy is here, so we've got to get a song going in a moment.
Right.
Can Galaxy wait for a few minutes?
Can Galaxy wait for a few minutes? Yes.
Absolutely. But tell us for the Bay Area people how they come tomorrow, because you can still come tomorrow, right?
You can totally come tomorrow. If you'd like to come, it is taking place in Santa Clara, which is in Silicon Valley in the South Bay at the Hilton at 4949 American Parkway. If you are interested, you can go to our website, soulsearch.io, and click on the Psychic Fairs tab. And we have Santa Clara Psychic Fair, and it'll give you the details. We also have a full day of talks scheduled tomorrow. Galaxy will actually be giving a talk. Victoria, who I just introduced, Charlie. I'll be doing a goddess activation for divine feminine empowerment. We'll be having another seance. So another very full day tomorrow with all of, you saw how many different varieties of modalities and healers that we have. So yeah, Scott, if you just click on the psychic
There's
fairs,
the website,
you go to
soulswitch.io, and you go to Psychic Fairs.
and then just go to
and
Santa Clara.
Go down to Santa Clara. There it is.
Perfect.
And we'll talk a little bit later on the show about the upcoming psychic fairs
Yeah.
that you've got going.
But if you
Okay.
scroll down, you'll see our whole speaker schedule there. There's
All right.
the address, there's the speaker schedule, Galaxy at 10 a.m.
Galaxy at 10 o'clock tomorrow.
Laura Quirk on how to ascend.
We
into
love Laura. We've had Laura on the show. Michelle,
Michelle
longtime
doing,
friend, has been on the show.
Yeah.
Charlie, Miss and Sheila will be there.
3 p.m. we have a demonstration of Alanet crystals, which are from outer space, and they raise your frequency.
And you're doing goddess activation at 4. And then
Yeah.
Bridget, who we're going to meet on the show, is doing a seance.
Exactly. So definitely, if you are in the area, come by. We have a full day of amazing speakers. We have all of the readers, healers, psychics, guides, creatives, artists, all here all day. And it's going to be another incredible day. As you just saw, everyone is like glowing from how exciting the day was, and just the fact that we are really doing this in Silicon Valley. And it was a big calling for me too, to do this here. I was like a download from spirit, like, we've got to bring these energies here. We've got to bring this healing here. And people are really responding in an amazing way.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for doing that. Of course, we'll be back to Tangela all through the show because she is our co-hostess with the mostest. And we're going to go to Omoshar because it's Saturday night. We got to have some music. Hey, bro.
Hey, Tangela, I just feel the energy of the SoulSearch Psychic Fair right here. And just so everyone knows, they're so well organized. And what I actually felt, I went to the one in LA, is that I felt welcome. I felt welcome. I didn't feel people were pushing things upon me. I felt I could just go out, chill out, hang out, speak to all of the vendors, and there's some really high vibrational stuff there. And then it's in Silicon Valley. I mean, holy smoke, right now, the right time, yes?
Yeah,
So I'm going to just play a little ditty and then we'll keep rolling. So here we go. And here we go.
What's this feeling deep inside of me? New adventure, a whole new journey now that I see, and my head's above the water. I am new, I am life. Look what's happening. The giant's awake now. His eyes are open, seeing into the dark of the night. I see glory shining through me. I am here, come to me. It's an open invitation. Whoa. What's that over there calling to me? Mystery beckoning. Could it be destiny? It's my life, it's my waking dream creation. I am clear, I am free, I am joy in incarnation. Whoa, da-dum-da.
That was really fun. And thank you, Adora, and thank you, Eleanor, Joy, and Ian for doing all the dancing. I kept the camera exclusively on our dancers today.
I know. It's so fun to watch. Thank you so much. It just really lifts the vibration even higher.
And we are going to have 2 more Omashar songs tonight.
Oh, yes.
So it's an Omashar kind of a night along with a Tangela Soul Search night.
Yay.
We'll be back to you in a moment, Omashar. Hello, Tangela. Introduce us to your next guest.
Yes, thank you. And Omashar, awesome song. Love the vibe, love the energy. Definitely you got that psychic fair energy going.
I know. It was a psychic song, so.
Great. So we're here now with my next guest, Galaxy Starborn, and I'm really excited to introduce Galaxy. Galaxy Starborn is a starseed coach and guide, certified in Akashic Records, soul clearing with an MA in transpersonal psychology. Galaxy offers private sessions and group classes to help clients from other worlds and dimensions to experience greater peace, joy, and support on this planet. She's a former school teacher with over a decade of experience in both general and special education. Galaxy values each individual for their special needs and gifts and wants you to feel at home and thrive during your time on planet Earth. So Galaxy is really doing amazing work as a starseed support guide. So welcome, Galaxy. We're excited to have you here. And Galaxy, I think a lot of people here might be wondering, what is a starseed support guide?
Well, thank you. So first of all, in terms of the question, what is a starseed? Starseed is a person who is in human form and yet recognizes that at the soul level, they have had lifetimes and existences in other worlds and dimensions before coming to planet Earth. So it feels to me like there's a need for people to help support the star seeds. And so that's why I stepped forward as a star seed coach and guide to really specialize in that. And it's what I find is that people really come alive in a certain way and feel more nourished and at home here when they realize, oh my God, this experience I've been having, it actually does relate to something of another dimension. And when they find that there's a way for them to feel connected to all of that they're bringing here and also feel connected to this planet too, it's like the best of both worlds. So
amazing. That's really awesome work that you're doing, Galaxy. And Galaxy is actually going to be giving a talk tomorrow morning. And what's the topic?
Yes, well, we'll be talking on the starseed, what I'm calling the starseed revolution, but the topic is soul disclosure, supporting the starseed revolution. And, you know, what I find is there are a lot of people who are really eager for the institutions in our world to share more about the contact they've had with other worlds and dimensions. And part of my piece of the pie is to say, well, you know, let's see if we can focus on disclosing within ourselves the contact that we have with other worlds and dimensions on an individual level. And, you know, how can we be governing ourselves individually by including those other worlds and dimensions? So in many ways, I'm here for transformation on the inside out. When we transform on the inside, when we're really fully aware, awake, aware, and transparent about our own galactic origins, we're bringing that into the world. We're going to be sparking a revolution energetically and vibrationally. And I already see lots of shifts happening as people become more and more awake to their starseed origins and bringing that in. And so it's a way of kind of like having the revolution from the ground up. And I love seeing those transformations happen.
I love that. And I love the fact that Galaxy is here doing this work at our psychic fairs, because really the psychic fairs draw all types of people, many who are completely new to the idea of star seeds and our galactic families or galactic origins. And so what are you finding being here at these fairs? How are people, when they find out about you and this work, how are they responding?
You know, a lot of excitement, I feel like. You know, sometimes people have carried these experiences within them. They didn't sense they didn't feel like they belonged. They didn't feel like they fit in. They had to sent there from somewhere else. And then when they find somebody to validate that, it really helps. Other people, you know, they walk by, maybe they hadn't really been consciously thinking about being a starseed, but like, there's something that's drawing them. And so they decide to answer that call and it, and then they start to realize more and more, oh yeah, I've been, kind of, here's this part of myself that now I can open up to more and more. So it's really great being here in a receptive environment where a lot of people are curious and a lot of people are willing to explore. So
It's great. It's great. And I remember Galaxy did a talk at our San Rafael fair at 10 a.m. on a Saturday, which was the time that you chose, and it was packed. And people just came because and as I remember, as people were coming in and registering, they were like, I saw this talk and I don't even know what this is about, but it resonated with my soul and I was called to be here. So
thank you. And I really want to say that a lot of people, they walk up to me and their mind is getting like, I don't know if I can wrap my mind around this idea of being a starseed. And what I just keep saying is listen to your heart. The heart is your guide. And if there's something there for you, just, I just invite you to explore. So in exciting times where those explorations can happen.
and then do you help people connect to their galactic origins, their star family?
Yes. Especially when we have a longer reading, that's something that I like to do is to help take people on a guided journey where they can connect with their home worlds and dimensions and really not just connect, but also bring a resource back to help them in their daily life. I really want to try to be practical. So, we want to enjoy the meditation. We want to bring something back that helps us, right here, right now with whatever challenge we're working with.
Exciting.
So since we're meeting Galaxy for the first time, would you like to share with us about your own journey of discovery about your origins? And so you have a very unique name, which I imagine is connected. So we would love to hear your story.
Well, thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. So I grew up not terribly aware of any of this. In a family that was not terribly open to any of this. And I did always feel a little bit different. And, but, I didn't really necessarily have words or, whatnot to any of it. And I moved out to the Bay Area, which, as you know, is like a mecca of metaphysical wonderfulness. And I was just sitting on somebody's couch one time and somebody started talking to me about my galactic origins. And I was like, it just made such perfect sense. It was so funny. I'd never heard it said before. I didn't even know it was a possibility. Then as soon as they said it, it was just like so many things clicked. So it led to, and I continued exploring that and whatnot. It led to so many revelations and understandings. And then, now I feel very connected to my star families and having them here to support me on this journey. And I see how it shifted things dramatically for me. And so I felt at some point like, I would love to share this with others and see how, it's like there's a depth that this brings. And it's not, it's sort of like what I see is the deeper we go within us, the greater the expansion is possible. So I love helping people dive deep and then expand. And I do feel like connecting to our galactic origins is a part of the journey that many people can benefit from. So in a nutshell, that's part of the journey. Now, I think you also asked about my name, and I do get questions about that. And yes, it is my legal name, and it is on my passport. And it is a rebirth name. I was actually gifted that name at different times of my life. First, my last name came in. Actually, my middle name is Joy. So first it was Joy and Starborn that came in. And then Galaxy came in later. And it's sort of like, I feel like when we go through a name change, it's like we are being invited to step into a new identity. And so I took a while to step into the Joy and the Starborn, and then I decided to step into the Galaxy. And so I do feel like that's part of what I'm here to do, is to really hold that strongly for people that, yes, I'm here in human form, and yes, I am part of the Galaxy. And I invite others to recognize that within themselves as well.
Scott, you're muted.
How do people get a hold of you? Do you do online support with people?
Thank you. Yes, so I do private sessions, which people can sign up for online or in person when I do these wonderful psychic fairs. And then I also do online classes. I have a Starseed support group that I offer on a regular basis. The next one will be Sunday, July 30th from 5 to 6 p.m. And that'll be on Zoom. And, in the individual sessions, we get to go really deep with what an individual needs. In the group session, though, the benefit is, you get to experience a little bit of what everybody is bringing forward. And there's a power to that too. Plus, I think for many of us who are experiencing our starseed origins, there's like a longing for community and for others who get that. So that's also what the group can provide.
Beautiful. Well, it's wonderful to meet you, and you have wonderful energy. And thank you for your help. This is beautiful work to be really helping people to connect to the deep self, the true self.
Yeah.
Last question for you. What's the good first step for somebody who's a newcomer to exploring this part of their reality? What's the good first step?
Sure, thank you. Well, the first step, if somebody is feeling like they want to open up to their, starseed origins, is I feel it's always tuning into our heart. The heart knows the truth. Our mind can get wrapped up in a story of how can this be, and yet just really drop deep into that heart and feel how it lands in your heart when you imagine. Go out to the stars one night, look up at the stars, feel how it imagines, how it feels to imagine yourself being connected to that there's a part of those stars, there's a part of that essence that's in you. So I think that's a first thing that I encourage people to do, to start opening up to that connection that way. If they want to go deeper, they can certainly on their own be calling in their own star family. And if they want, more personalized support, they can sign up for a private session or, a group class. But definitely it starts in the heart and really just taking some time to be with that invitation to draw the stars into your heart and to feel yourself a part of that.
I love that you share that. All my life that I can remember, going back a long time, whenever I look up at the stars, I see the Pleiades always. And then I've gotten readings that, said that I'm from the Pleiades. And there is something about that. It's like, it's for me been a very magical thing. I'm not even thinking about it, but I'll look up at the stars and boom, there are the seven sisters waving at me. So that's a beautiful reminder for all of us to just go out with an open mind and allow our imaginations to enjoy what's out there and to just let our imaginations run wild a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you. And I think it's also to feel like we're not alone. There is something about going out on a starry night, feeling the stars, shining above us, and be like, wow, there's a vastness out there that's with us, that's here. And so it's great to be able to carry that forward. And I so honor you for recognizing that too.
Yeah, well, thank you. By the way, to Tarek Bibi, I see that you have joined us. So I'm going to go to you and give me a thumbs up if you're hearing me and if you're available.
Loud and clear, brother.
Hey, Tarek.
All right.
Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Scott. Good to see you guys.
We are tuning in. Also, Galaxy. So thanks so much, Galaxy.
Thank you, Galaxy.
Love the work you're doing as a starseed support guide. Amazing that we have someone like this at our psychic fairs and as a part of SoulSearch and the starseed support group that you are hosting. Amazing. So just for all of you out there wanting to connect more deeply with your galactic origins, with your galactic families, just know that we have amazing support now to help us on that journey together. So thanks, Galaxy, for your work.
Great to meet you, Galaxy.
See you soon. See you soon.
Now, this is a very spontaneous thing. We wanted Tarek Bibi to be with us.
Yeah.
And just emailed and texted, and here he is. So Tangela, introduce this magnificent man to our audience, please.
Wonderful. Well, I'm so excited to be introducing Tarek, who is who's our musical guest, but he's also, like everyone else we have been interviewing tonight, an incredibly powerful healer, spiritual and energetic teacher, guide. He is an amazing coach in manifestation and creating the life of your dreams, building your business. And he is a rapper and hip hop artist and a conscious one. So he's here tonight to share some more of his conscious music, lyrics, and incredible energy with us. And Tarek, we're so excited to have you.
Thanks, Tangela. Looking beautiful as always. And I'm seeing you out there shining bright. And I appreciate it. And it's inspiring. And thank you for all that you are and all that you do.
Oh, thank you so much, Tarek. Love having you here.
Yeah, it's great to have you back. Of course, we've had you on a while ago, but it's been a while. So what have you been up to? I know that you are you are one of those guys who's doing a lot in the world. So tell
Thanks.
us where your focus has been.
Thanks, man. I was in Mexico with Soul Bro Neil. We did a concert there. We called it Cosmic Kings, and it was very galactic. And I've never seen a rap concert like that, talking about the topics that we talk about, you know, planetary origins and all that. It was very activating. It was very powerful. And then we've recorded some songs. We went to a tantra retreat that changed our lives in terms of like really stepping into the divine masculine and really integrating our shadows and really checking ourselves so that we can create more safety in the world, not just for ourselves, but for women, children, families. And how can we be that anchor on this planet when there's so much uncertainty? And how can we be in such integrity within our own selves that we can then create a grounded presence for others around us? And out of that was birthed the song that I believe Neil any day now will send his verse in, so that we put it out, and we put tons of healings in. The song is called Divine Masculine. And we recorded it because there's such an attack on the masculine. It's like everything that's powerful right now, they're trying to take down. And the divine masculine in all of us, including Tangela and all the women here and all the men, is just as equally valid. It's one side, like the thing behind me is two hands form a heart. It's one side of the wing. You can't really have one without the other. So we really did it as an anthem to counter the negativity of the toxic masculinity. Yes, that's there. Let's acknowledge it and talk about it. But let's also put a powerful song out there to create an anthem for the masculine. And I'm back here in Toronto right now, just trying to ground in. Mexico's really intense. It's kind of got that Hawaiian vibe. If it doesn't like you, kicks you out or something. Like, it was just really challenging. So just grounding here in Toronto before I make my next move.
Beautiful. Well, do you have a rap for us tonight?
I do have a rap for you guys. So you guys know the Pink Floyd song, Leave Those Kids Alone? I feel like it's an anthem, The Wall, right?
Yeah, from The Wall.
Exactly. So I just got the final version today. I wish I had a video to share with you guys, because it's just amazing. It's the anthem of this moment, because leave those kids alone. I would love the audience to let us know, what does that mean to you if you hear leave our kids alone? And it's so powerful, and it's the Wall rap remix, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. I believe I have the verses. I don't have them memorized, so I'll have to read them, but I'd love to share that with you. And yeah, let's start there. So there's no big...
Before you start, I want to give you a little inspiration, because there's a lot of messages coming into you from our audience. Grace writes, "Hooray, let's celebrate the beautiful divine masculine."
Yes.
Lord Chamberlain writes, "Yes, Tarek, leave our kids alone. I am with you."
Yes.
Beatrice acknowledging a similar relationship to the Pleiades, as I talked about.
Yes.
And Laura writes, "Oh, Tarek, you are so right. We need support for the divine masculine."
Yeah.
Ayada is delighted to see you on the show again. And Eleanor Joy reminds you from your time in Toronto. So there's some messages from our audience for you.
Yes, Eleanor, good to hear from you. And someone mentioned here, let's end child abuse for good. So that's going to be my next project. If you guys haven't seen the Sound of Freedom, the movie that's exposing child trafficking, I highly recommend that. And then that's going to be the next song project, where we're going to take elements of that movie and inspiration to create an anthem for that, to raise the awareness on that. And we just launched the childhood sexual trauma, so it's a program that's going to help heal sexual trauma and financial abundance. We just launched it last weekend, and I want to gift your audience the first module of that for free. I'll mention.
Well, thank you very much. That's beautiful.
Yeah, my pleasure. I come bearing gifts, Scott. Christmas came early.
Well, you are the gift, Tarek, and I'm glad.
Thanks.
So. And definitely make sure after you do your rap that you put it in the chat box how we can get hold of you and support you. Okay.
Will do. Thank you.
I'll go to that URL and we'll talk about it together.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, here we go. Tell me if you resonate with these words. The things I've read back then have manifested. It's like Big Brother versus the collective. Many have been chosen, but a few selected. We are all connected in this imprisonment. They need us, but we don't need them. Let us reclaim our inner freedom. With love in our hearts, we will defeat them. We overstand, we are not beneath them. Bring all your locks, we got all the keys. Now we can see fear is the disease. Worshiping false gods since Adam and Eve, but wait for it, love's got a trick up her sleeve. We're all God gifted, all God's children, radical spirits clogging the system. We all can listen. We all got wisdom. We're all here to fulfill our vision. Divine warrior, spiritually awakened. From our hearts is where we aim from. I'll send you back to where you came from. Let's show the world what we really made of. Let's show the world what we really made of. Let's show the world what we really made of. Yeah, yeah. The Christ vibe has arrived and I'm ready to shine. In darkness, I'm the light. Astral travel at night. Synchronistic signs and I'm born to be alive. Stand up for your rights and I'm ready for the fight. Biological weapons, possessions like venom, Armageddon. History repeats again and again. And I get it. It's a subliminal message. I forgive and forget it. The end will come. Only if we let it. I'm the kindest, nicest, made in her likeness. Like Isis, I express my inner brightness. Satan, get behind us because you're lying. I open up my eyelids and I see nothing but violence. We're divine warriors, spiritually awakened. From our hearts is where we aim from. I'll send you back to where you came from. Let's show the world what we really made of. Let's show the world what we really made of. We will not postpone, will we not be droned? Let our thoughts be our own. And to all the world leaders, leave our kids alone. Leave our kids alone. Leave our kids alone. Leave our kids alone. So it is.
Oh, thank you. That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
A lot of people are writing in how much they're really appreciating that. Tell us what has inspired you to want to carry on with this kind of music, to, clearly you have a strong dedication to protecting children. And is there something from your personal life or observation that inspired this direction?
Thanks, Scott. Great question. I feel I've experienced just a lot of different kinds of abuse, and teachers humiliating me in class, telling me to stand in front of the whole classroom with in the corner facing the wall just because I was challenging them or wasn't paying attention, or, a lot of, physical abuse, teachers hitting our hands because we didn't follow the rules, or it's psychological, emotional, physical. And I've been working a lot with, what do you call them? Muscle testing healers. And I had one of my healers tell me something happened at 4, and we kept digging. And she's like, what happened at 4? That's when I moved from Jordan to Dubai. And I was like, is that traumatic that I just uprooted? And she's like, no, it was some kind of violation on an energetic level. And we kept playing around with the questions, and we pinpointed that it was some kind of entity that, a lot of kids have nightmares. It's very common that kids have nightmares, but this one was very specific in the sense that it had to do with my Kundalini energy, my sexual energy. And I remember very young how sexually active I was, and to look back now and realize that unconsciously that was feeding some kind of entity, and it created a lot of addictions. And part of the shadow work that I'm doing now in the Tantra work is to really cleanse my energy and make sure that I'm only feeding things. I'll either feed the trauma or heal the trauma. So I'm just being very conscious and aware to not feed the trauma and instead heal the trauma, or use that energy that was going towards this violation I experienced. And anything could trigger it. Anywhere where I don't feel safe or I don't feel in control would trigger it, and I would just want to numb out and regress. And now it's facing it and using that power to create conscious content and music. And so it's a thing. I don't know if it's talked about I don't know if you guys have spoken about it on this show, but I'm sure there are people out there and the tricky thing is you could not even be aware of it. It's the weirdest trauma to go through something like that and and not even, and wake up and just be like, I don't know why suddenly I feel very like dirty or violated, and there's no physical proof of it. It's the weirdest mind fuck.
Thank you for sharing that. And I just want to open up to that. If any of our audience can to that, you've opened a door. And later tonight, we're going to have a KES healing. We're going to close tonight with a very powerful healer coming on to do a KES healing. If you are available to still be with us, that'll be in about 1 hour.
Okay.
To have you meet her and maybe even have her do some work with you. Because
Beautiful.
there's so much to our world. I'd love to give back to you in that way, my friend.
Thank you. And if there's a few seconds, I'd love to do a quick activation as well.
Absolutely. Do you want to do that now?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So the infinity healing is a modality I created. It gets activated with your sacred yes. So starting now, imagine source, God, universal energy, powerfully, intentionally connecting to us. Would you like an infinity healing to reclaim, activate, use your infinite freedom, empowerment, and sovereignty? If you'd like that, you can say yes. However you'd like. Yes. Any beliefs, fears, emotions, root traumas, contracts, agreements, vows that are interfering with us owning our infinite power, our infinite freedom, our infinite sovereignty, experiencing it and embodying it and utilizing it to create our ultimate reality. Would you like an infinity healing to clear that? Yes. To embody it? Yes. To activate it? Yes. Anything that found its way into our being, into our lives, into our reality that is not of the divine blueprint, would you like an infinity healing to alchemize, transmute that, release it, cut any and all cords, hooks, attachment, spells, evil eye, black magic, and allow that light body to be activated so that your field and your being is impenetrable and that you can be used as an instrument of the divine will, knowing truth, being the truth, speaking the truth, standing for the truth, loving for the truth, fighting for the truth, and creating all those qualities we're seeking from within, the safety within, security within, trust within, feeling home within, and allowing the universe to show us how we can create our ultimate reality in this divine matrix, and to always to use our power to create our ultimate reality and to not be distracted or derailed or feed anything that is not for our highest good. Would you like an infinity healing to own our energy, our thoughts, our focus, our resilience, our determination, our commitment to being all that we're here to be and doing all that we're here to do, and breaking all the cycles of abuse, of trauma, once and for all within our being, within our lineage, and create new pathways moving forward? If you'd like an infinity healing for that, you can say yes. Yes. Thank you. And so it is.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Welcome,
Thank
Scott.
you so much.
My pleasure.
Please put into the chat box
Yes.
your websites, how we can work with you.
Yes.
Please do that for us, all right?
Yes.
And I'm going to bring your soul sister, soul searcher Tangela back on before we Tangela, what do you have to say?
Oh my God. Thank you, Tarek. That was so powerful and amazing. Incredible songs. Thank you for leading the way and, just being an example of the work and of the healing and the transformation that we're all doing together.
Anytime.
Thank you.
We heard it out in the hallway.
Oh, wow.
Powerful activation you just did. Amazing.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Powerful activation. You're from Toronto.
Appreciate you.
Thank
Appreciate you, Tangela. Thank you for the opportunity, Scott, and bless all of you guys. Let's show the world what we're made of. And Indigo Prophet on all streaming platforms. You'll hear my music, and I put in a link there where you guys get my latest album and some abundance manifestation links under tarekpb.com/gifts. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Tarek.
And do come back for our KES healing. It's for you to be part of that. Okay. All right, and Tangela, you've got our next guest.
All right, Scott. So, Scott, I'm very excited to be here with our next guest from our Psychic and Healing Fair here in Santa Clara. Tarek, thank you again for that amazing song and activation. And now we have Dr. Christian with us. And just, Dr. Christian Toren von Laar is a master clairvoyant, psychic medium, master clairvoyant medical intuitive. He is world renowned for his work and has, every weekend sold out in every city. He answers all types of questions. What type of star seed are you? What star system and planet are you from? Why are you here? What is your mission? Career path, life purpose, soulmate drawing, names of your guides, archangels, health scan. I mean, really, people from all over the world come.
I want to meet me. I do all that. Wow.
Come to see Dr. Christian, because even like all of our healers at our fairs come to see Dr. Christian because he is really that dynamic of a clairvoyant guide and healer. So welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll explain. One of the words you used was master.
Yes.
That's the differentiating thing here. So this clairvoyance exists a lot. A lot of people are clairvoyant, but master clairvoyance is much higher and much different. It crosses time and dimensions and distance. It makes us not so much entertaining, so to speak, as problem solving. So although most people can see like 200 colors, at my level, we see 65 million shades. All of this is like a language. It allows us to solve all problems. So when people sit down in front of a master clairvoyant, there are only 5 of us in the world, so it's not that prevalent, but you're coming because you need the answer and you're not getting anywhere else. But it could be relationships. It could be finding soulmates, but we don't want to know exactly who they are, what date, what time, what location, when do I meet them? Okay. That's the kind of information we'll provide.
Wow. So you can give that specific information.
Exactly. Like at your show here today, there were a lot of healing requests, and they often think it's this symptom or that symptom because they're commonly expressed in medicine, but almost always that will not be the answer. It'll be something they're not seeing. So master clairvoyants can actually see right into the body. We can actually see right in the blood, better than doctors or medicine could do with instruments, so we can see exactly what's wrong. But we can also take complicated, disparate things and put it together. Like health is a lot of things put together. So usually a person's diagnosis is wrong, but someone like us will put it together and we will give you the solution. We're always solution oriented. You don't leave someone at my caliber with a problem. We will give you the solution or fix it right there. And all problems are fixable. So master clairvoyants were seers in the past. So the ones that talked and advised kings and queens that were going to war. And in the past, everybody lost. Everybody died because they were going to war. So we were there to save lives, so to speak, because I'm going to say, well, you're going to lose. So in which case you just give all your men to this guy and the kingdom, and everybody lived that day. And they had children and they had children. So I had a lot of good karma doing that. So now I get to be right all the time. How about that? I just reach up and get the answer. I don't have to know it. I just know that I'm willing to have the answer, and I'm going to bring that to you. See? So you don't sit down in front of people like me without wanting or without getting the real answer is the point.
Sure.
And it does not matter what it is at the master level, because as I said, time, distance, size, none of these things matter to us. We can connect with people that are living as well as people that are past. It wouldn't matter at our level because it's multidimensional. Most people in this field are dealing with this plane or the astral realm, which is where psychism comes from. We're going much higher. Okay. So we offer guarantees to mainly make sure you complete your path. So everybody has a path, and we can see it, at least the master clairvoyant can, off of in your case, it would be right here, the crook of the neck, about 8 inches. So the energy will build up there, and we can almost like put a glass crystal ball there, and all that energy will change colors. Now that's my forte. So seeing 65 million shades of colors, I can take those colors and know exactly why you live, why you're here, what's going to work in life, and I can use that to solve all your problems indirectly. Okay. So we have to be very good at what we're doing too. It's not just that we know how to do it. We actually have to be practiced at doing it, because communication is also a big part of this, right? We have to relate to people at any sort of station in life. But I seem to be doing okay at your shows.
Yes.
I mean, no one's walking out on us, right? So
No.
we're doing pretty good at your shows. But I will say your shows have a lot of health clients, on people with health issues. So that sort of tells us in this day and age that people with digestive issues are probably the biggest problem out there.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're very, very good at that. Before the last couple of years, the biggest problems were people finding their soulmate. Now, in the past, there used to be a 98% success rate of finding soulmates in thousands of years ago, when great grandmother did my job. And only 2% didn't find it. Now it's reversed. Only 2% find soulmates, 98% fail. So my job is to get the odds up to about 95%, which is simply 45 times better than what you guys can do out there. Okay. So finding soulmate is easy for me. The biggest problem I have is, since we technically have 3 soulmates, is how many am I going to bring you? I have more of a problem bringing 2 or 3 soulmates than bringing the one. I'm saying, don't ask me to help you find soulmates unless you're going to give them rooms, because they're all going to come in at the same time. We attract at a very specific time, which you carry off on this shoulder. That information is a visual image to a master clairvoyant. The great grandmother used to do this a long time ago, just, you know, but we see it. So you guys don't usually know it, but you're going to carry around with you the date and time, the place, location, what you're looking for, the nationality, what they do. It's what you're drawn to all your life. Well, I just did one today. Well, I actually went to Spain, and they're drawing a Spanish soulmate, for example. They're doing little things because they don't know they're going to meet me, right? So I have to charge more if they need it. But the universe is trying to give everyone clues, but we've lost our faith in people like me. Because a long time ago, everybody came to people like me.
Sure.
I'm not trying to make myself grandiose, but we didn't have to rely on science and medicine. Those are now limiting things. See my point? We would rely on our visual skills, but we actually look for proof. Okay. So it's kind of fun and entertaining. I have to be entertaining so I can relate to everybody, right? But probably the biggest reason I'm entertaining is so people won't think so much, because the hardest thing for us to do is dealing with your brain waves when you're questioning us and analyzing us. So I have to relax everybody, so to speak, right? And I do that in my lectures also. So I'm known as the esoteric teacher. I teach all these difficult subjects because they take 50, 60 years to learn. And I'm older than everybody in this room put together, just so you know. I'm actually working on de-aging me. And actually, it's one of my classes. I'm doing really good at that. Like health, I just lost 110 pounds this year alone without any effort whatsoever.
Wow.
Just changing an approach. Okay.
Sure.
These are kind of things that we teach. Okay. It's the way things were done in the past. Okay. And also becoming an ascended master, changing your body, all that stuff. These are lost arts, but I'm trying to bring them back in my classes. So we talk about some of those things at these shows. It's why I do these shows, because you bring in people that have 29 different kinds of problems, and I have to deal with all of those, but it plays to all my classes too, right?
Sure.
So doing the classes gives me a lot of expertise to help all of your guests. And also we got to do it like a half hour or something like that, right?
Yeah.
You doctors get 15 or 20 minutes, but every month or every couple of months, I only get one shot at it. See my point? So I always say, go to older people, because we kind of walk the walk, right? I mean, sorry, it tends to work, okay? And go to someone that's actually tells you, we're going to fix the problem, sit down. Don't worry about it. We'll fix it. You need someone with confidence. Those are the psychics or healers that you want to go to.
Wow, thank you. And so actually we have Judith here commenting. I had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Christian in Pennsylvania a few years ago, and readings over the phone some years after that. They are amazing. He helped me tremendously with my health. So there you go. Even in our audience, we have
What's your last name?
Judith Sears.
Yes.
Serious? Oh my God, yes. Hi.
Yes, and they're saying that they read your husband Gary as well, Judith. So
About that bill, by the way.
Years and years and years ago.
do you want to come in and say hello? Okay, so this is Chris Valentine.
Hi, Judy. It's good. Thank you so much for writing in. We have not read you in, I don't know, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 years, but you still are on our newsletter. You still get sessions by phone, like you said. So it was really cool that you validated Christian sessions. I know we haven't done a Pennsylvania show in forever, but a lot of those shows went away. A lot of those owners aren't there anymore. And the same thing happened in California. And that is why we are so blessed and thankful that Tangela is bringing them back. Because this particular show, San Jose, has not been here for about 10 years. It was sold.
Are you going to start singing too?
I want to promote Tangela.
It's like he's an entertainer.
We would not be here if it wasn't for Tangela, and she is bringing them back to Southern California, Northern California, hopefully further out from there, but we have not been on the East Coast forever, and maybe one day she'll do some East Coast shows. but
Definitely,
This is so great that she brought the live show and she brought these shows back to Southern California, Northern California, so it's great to be here. Thanks for it
Chris.
again.
Thank you. So great. So thanks for that, joining in, Chris. So go ahead.
Maybe we should probably explain some of the differences between psychics and mediums and
If
clairvoyants.
you'd like to.
Channels, okay. Since I said I'm a master of clairvoyant, technically means you're a master of all of those things. But there also is a hierarchy to this. So intuition is probably sort of the basic place we start when people can start picking up on things. Psychism is still kind of grabbing things out of the air. There's no organized plan, but we get answers, okay? And the nice thing about the psychic stuff is they can be very spot on, but I only got that one little answer, okay? So once you get into mediumship and clairvoyance, we're normally on a track. We're trying to accomplish something. We're goal-oriented there, right? Okay. Mediumship is more easy. We need to get closer with somebody, okay? But what people don't know, and we did a lot of mediumship at your show today.
Okay.
Surprisingly more than I would normally get. People don't realize that they're choosing the medium. It isn't you that came into the show. The person you want to talk to is choosing me and getting you here. And people don't realize that they're talking to a medium from where they're at.
Yeah.
So it's always a four-way conversation. So when it's all chosen correctly, it's like everybody's sitting here. We know exactly what we're saying. There's never a no. Everyone's saying yes to everything. To my point, when it's sort of done right. Right? And clairvoyance, most people know clairvoyance is just that people can see things, but often it's with their third eye or they see an image. Okay. But with me, it's more like seeing those old movies years ago where the screens went from all the way here and all the way there. Okay. Again, there's no distance or time microscopically, even on another planet. Okay. So I get cases too where the people are star seeds, which we had 3 times in your show, which is a lot. The people are actually born here, but they really come from somewhere else. And they came here with a mission, and they all think they're the only one in the world with these characteristics where they feel different. They think in third person. I'm very shy when I'm younger. I'm really drawn to these tones. I don't think I belong there. I feel alien, but they think they're the only ones in the world like that. And I say, I have starseed classes. I started this thing, getting you guys together 10 years ago. And I put you together in a room. I said, look around. They're all exactly like you. They all literally think and do the same kinds of things, for example. Okay. But if you're really drawn to tones and note, that's a really key thing. Or if you feel you're different. So those are the people that religions were created for starseeds. Because when God in the Bible says, I created man twice and they didn't work out so well, he says, I'm going to create them one more time. And then I'm going to turn it over to these bodhisattvas, these sacrificers, which we call starseeds now. And so life forms have to help life forms now. And so they're all here with this important mission. They don't know what it is. They've forgotten. But that's a big draw these days, and at your show also.
Yes,
so
definitely.
these shows often have a UFO component because they actually blend. And the reason you're so strange, honey, is you're an alien. It's that simple. You're not human. So stop thinking you're human. Stop trying to be one. You need to be green or whatever it is you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And so we figure that out. But at my level, I have to prove everything. So I have to show them how to get visual eyes open proof within 2 weeks that they're an alien the way they came from, for example, which I can do. And we also often have to teach these same people into spirituality so they can take this track. Like we'll show them how to see their higher self with their eyes open. Okay. All of this can be done. This provability is actually what's done at the master level. Otherwise, it's sort of entertainment and you take a word for it. Okay. So when you have a session with me or some, this counterparts to me in other countries, you see, you know, there's someone in Russia, for example. It seems like we do amazing things, but technically we're very open. So I have complete confidence that whoever's helping me is going to give me the answer. It's that simple. And everyone thinks I have the answer. No, it just came through me. So my point?
Yeah.
But I have a huge sin. When I teach my classes, people say, Kirsten, can I interrupt? There's like 20 people standing behind you. You know that, right? She says, yeah, I know. They're here to help me answer your questions. Okay. But as soon as you ask the question, we have the answer.
Mhm.
So people at my level are the troops on the ground, but we're not as great as everybody wants to make us. I'm really just talking, so my point,
Yeah.
but I don't buffer anything. I just say it as it comes through. And that's how we end up solving all of our own problems, because our guys will want to make sure the customers come in that have our issues.
Sure.
So that when I help you, I just help myself too. So my point,
Yeah.
so vicariously we get helped as well. So because it's so positive, I know it's going to work out well. I'm usually in a good mood when I do sessions, and everybody else leaves that way too, because I'm technically their best friend for half hour. 30 minutes and I'll be your best friend, right? And we take care of everything, all right? And it's surprising how many times, and at your shows too, people have a problem with their spouse or with their children. They can't communicate. And I tell them it's very different. They're the ones you should have the most problems with. Okay? And vice versa for children. Okay. You don't view things in the proper perspective that way. So having a third party view that's going to be accurate and fast serves everyone's purpose.
Sure.
I've had many times where, can you talk to my daughter? She has this problem. I need you to fix that. I said, okay, but I'm not guaranteeing the answer. And we sit down and I go, well, it turns out your daughter's right. You have the issue. Okay. You're controlling her. She wants to live her life. It's going to come out something like that, right? So we always say, if you're going to want a session with somebody good at this, you got to be able to accept any answer, because we have to tell the truth. That's what we do.
Exactly. So, wow. So thank you. So you can see here, Dr. Christian has a lot to share, a lot of guidance.
Am I going to get to sing a song too?
Really?
No, but you know what we are going to do is we're going to go to show people how to get a hold of you. Now, again, remember that this is all about SoulSearch. And SoulSearch is the place to go to find people like Dr. Christian. So again, if you go to soulsearch.io,
You're echoing.
right, you can see his page, and people can send you a message. You are the mist of the oracle, among many other wonderful things. People can send you a message and you'll get right back to them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And people are constantly contacting Dr. Christian, and definitely before any of our shows, we have a big line of people waiting to see him and speak to him to get support and guidance on health issues.
And it's the show too that they're coming for us. That's the destination, the show. But the thing is, we don't want to make it overly serious. We want people to come to have fun, right? If you guys aren't light and having fun, it's hard to get our job done, just, you know.
So that's a good point. So that's what we do want. We do always make it a fun, festive atmosphere here. All types of healers.
I love the belly
crystals,
dance earlier. That was right on.
and body workers and crystals and everything. We want people to feel open and light. Like Dr. Christian was saying, people do come here with heavy issues and concerns and problems, but we don't really feel that heaviness at the show. At the show, even if people are coming, because people will often email me too before the show and say, I'm dealing with this big issue. Who can I see for guidance? Is there someone here who can support me? And we're always just saying, come in, take a look at who's going to be there, go with your energy and go to the person that you feel connected to.
And then come to me.
But what happens is people come and they may be coming to address very serious issues, health issues,
So many people don't realize that their own intuition is going to take them to the right person.
Exactly.
Because when they come to me and they go, I was just thinking that this morning, what you just said, I was just asking myself the same question. So their own intuition is guiding them to us.
Definitely. And then they come, but rather than feeling that you're in this place that's so heavy and oh my God, this is the only place I can come to for an answer. You're coming to this place filled with all this love and joy and community and friendship. And it's
like spiritual family.
It's spiritual family. Exactly. And that's really what we're all creating together, the spiritual family and spiritual community. So then when people do come and they intuit, okay, I'm supposed to be speaking to Dr. Christian about this issue, they're able to open up with you.
It's so funny that people think of this field as a little odd now, but for like 10,000 years, this is the way it was done, and we all had to be accurate and do a good job. See, so we're trying to cultivate the field, and we want better and better practitioners, better vendors, as long as we're drawing the people with the real problems that we can give real solutions to, we get better and you guys get better, okay? But the idea of having fun is so that you have a kind of community, so you always have a place to go, because if you hold on to your issues, they don't get solved, right? They just expand. So always come and get your solutions taken care of at this show and have some fun also. Buy some great jewelry, for example. People don't realize that those stones can do a lot of good work also because they have properties. For almost 1 billion years, that was the solution to everything, the right stone, right? And those are old souls, Lemurians. You see a lot of those at these shows. Get some great stone vendors at this show.
Yeah, the Dara crystals, the
Right.
Palinette crystals.
Right. And us psychics, when we see a solution, we will send you guys to a vendor that has those particular stones because we know that will help you because of those properties. See?
Yeah, exactly. We do have Palinette crystals here, which are from the planet Trin Trin,
Right.
which you also read for. So,
Yeah, they're both my clients.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
exactly.
I
So,
said, you need to go home for a while and no, charge up. But actually, that's a master clairvoyant ability. So I could pick up a stone and I would show them, you guys are analyzing this by looking at the outside of the stone, but the answer is inside the stone. Once you learn how to go into the stone, then you see what the stone really does. Does it feel confining? Does it feel expanding? Does it feel healing? Does it feel like there's energy? But you have to go in and experience the stone. And the gentleman and his wife that you mentioned, we did that with them. But you have some other vendors here that have the same, actually a nice selection of stones.
the Andara crystals
Yeah,
as
nice
well.
selection.
Yeah. So we have, such an amazing array of healers, psychics, master clairvoyant here, where, we welcome everyone to come in and have an experience. And I see Doreen is asking about SoulSearch TV, which we have in the background. And SoulSearch TV is actually a streaming channel we're going to be launching on Amazon and Roku. And it is going to be a home for conscious content where all of our practitioners, like Dr. Christian, will be having their own shows, their own programs. So you'll be able to connect and dive deep with your favorite healers and practitioners. And Christy, thank you for saying we're creating an awesome community. You are part of our awesome community. And Christy Michaels has been a speaker at our San Rafael event, talking about Mary Magdalene crop circles and Mary Magdalene, the Little Mermaid. And so, we love creating this community together. So thank you guys. And thank you, Dr.
Thank you for having me.
Here.
Thank you, Dr. Christian. And we are going to go right to Omar Shah because we need some music to digest all this amazingness.
I was remembering a time far away from here. When I saw you in my mind, and no one that I talked to could hear. I'd say we're more than we think, we're more than we feel, we're more than we know. Hear me. I feel your heartbeat in the land.
your breath upon the wind, and you touch me in those places where I fear. I hear you running through my veins, laughing as you go. You fill me with your life, you fill me with your love. You lift me up to see your face, beloved. Deep inside, beloved, I can no more hide from your might, from your sight, though I might wait a while and cry for all those yesterdays that passed away like the clouds that made me what I am beloved, deep inside, beloved, I can no more
Wow. Going to gallery view, let's all twinkle our beloved brother Omashar. That is a great song. That's just a rocker. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you so much, Scott.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And thank you. I'm really highlighting Eleanor, Ian, and Adora.
I know.
So
Ian, what, brother?
I
know, however.
You're wanting to support people to get up and dance. So thank you very much for doing that. Both of you, just wonderful. Thank you.
Get up tonight.
You know, Tangela was just acknowledging Christy Michaels, and this is a good time for me to bring Christy on for a moment, because next week we have a very, very special show. Next week, it's all about Mary Magdalene. And every year, Christy does the Feast of Mary Magdalene event, and we've been carrying it for a few years now on Global Peace Tribe. And it's going to be quite amazing next weekend because Eden Amadora just got back from France, where she led a retreat all about the Mary Magdalene experience. And so Eden will be my co-host. And then we've got an amazing keynote presenter, Marguerite Rigolio, who is one of the top scholars. I'll let you pronounce it again. What is that?
Riglioso.
Riglioso. I'm not seeing the S in there. We might have misspelled it. Here, Luna Michelson's got a dance. We've got harpist Christina, and of course, Elizabeth Kelly, another wonderful scholar, and always Omashar. So next Saturday night, it's all about Mary Magdalene. And Christy, you know, what's kind of ironic having Tangela with us, I literally believe Tangela is the embodiment of what Mary Magdalene must have looked like. Really? I mean,
Certainly the heart and the soul of the embodied love, the way of love that Magdalene is the path of. So absolutely, you know, and you know, this whole thing of raising the divine feminine, as we are watching women's rights being stripped away, and the two recent Supreme Court decisions that took away the woman's voice and honored the voice of a perpetrator, is allowed to own a gun, who's allowed to, and his voice overrode the woman who was seeking protection from the court. This is a serious time. And to me, it's the work that Tangela is doing and Scott, you're doing, and all the wonderful women that will be on the Magnum, because it's the lack of enough of sovereign women who have raised our voices and can speak with full-bodied sovereign awareness of our divine selves, that we create a transmission that awakens people into what we just saw with this beautiful sharing about the divine masculine. I so love that. So, there's more work to be done, but we're on track, and it's sort of like a parallel track. The problems of the people that have suppressed the divine feminine, and those of us that are saying, no, we're not suppressing her anymore. And why? Like, I'm going to be talking about Dr. Joe Dispenza's work that most people think, oh, Dr. Joe Dispenza, he's doing fabulous. And he thinks he's invented this path to awakening because he's created spontaneous healings in his 7-week training. But I started to notice that what he was saying about you do this first and then this and then this and then this, and then you pop into a spontaneous healing. That was almost word for word what Mary Magdalene was saying in her gospel about her experience. And so I put the two together, what he said and then what she said and what he said. And we missed out big time. And that's why I love Marguerite's work too, because she really has championed the cause of the return of the priestess and basically helping people, women, to realize we have no idea how much the suppression cost us. It cost us big time. And it's like not with the rise of the divine feminine, with the heart opening. The beauty of it is that the women will include the men. The women just want the babies fed, they want the good of the whole. So anyway, thank you, Tangela, for all the work that you're doing to support this work. So thank you.
Thank you,
Beautiful.
Christy.
Yeah, thank you, Christine. We'll look forward to next Saturday night. We're gonna have a wonderful, wonderful show.
Yes, and you can, should I put my link to my website in the chat so people can go and sign up to get on the show and learn more about it?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Put the link into the chat box and we'll visit it one more time. I do want to get to Tangela and her new guest. She's been very patiently waiting. Who do we have here, Tangela?
Thanks, Scott. And I am so excited to be here with Bridget Vertera, our world-renowned medium who is at our show today. And she actually just concluded a live seance, which was amazing. It was 2 hours, a 2-hour seance. We're doing these private seances at our shows where people can connect to lost loved ones. Everyone receives a message from their lost loved one on the other side. And so, Bridget has been doing this powerful work for many years. She's a spiritual medium, psychic, intuitive, and investigator. She has professionally provided intuitive counseling, readings, and mediumship for over 30 years. And she also offers intuitive consulting. She has led psychic cemetery tours. She has actually worked for the government as well, doing forensic investigations and paranormal investigations and missing persons cases. So, she is professionally utilizing her mediumship and clairvoyance skills to actually solve cases for our government, for the police force, which is pretty incredible. And we also have her at our fairs where there's always a long line of people waiting to speak to you. So welcome, Bridget.
Thank you.
And so do you want to tell a little bit about the work? How did the seance go, actually? Because I haven't heard. She was doing the seance while we've been doing the show. So how was the seance?
Oh, the lovely group. They were really, really very giving. In a seance, it means sitting. And we had a nice sized group of people that were sitting, about 14, I think. And what was nice about them is that they were all very open to sharing. They were open to allowing the energy to flow. That's a big deal because sometimes when they're apprehensive, it doesn't flow as easy and the messages can be a little harder, but it was a really lovely group. And I was fortunate. I loved sharing with them. There were some,
So did the people receive profound messages from the other side?
yeah, there were some tears and there was a lot of thanks that people get when they're done, because what happens is they can feel it when it's real. I think that's what happens with people. They can feel that the message is right on. It's like I tell people sometimes, you can say something fairly vague and they'll be like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Or sometimes when you're very specific and they're, even if you're correct, they're like, no, I'm not connecting. In this case, everybody there understood very clearly, were very engaged. And when something came up, they knew exactly what we were talking about. It was really, it was entertaining. It was uplifting, it was informative. It was really a very sharing, loving, forgiving kind of circle. It was very nice.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you for doing this. And so how did you get started with this work? And also tell us a little bit about the investigative work that you do, because I know that's also part of your work.
Right. Well, the mediumship I've always been since I was little. Always heard things like behave, stop sassing your mom, that sort of thing. So I knew that what I was hearing wasn't necessarily what I thought, and it was definitely something. So it was relatives. So I've always had that. That's something that's always been there. But the investigative stuff, I've always loved haunted houses and different things. I've always wanted to be a paranormal investigator. And before I became a private investigator, I went and started a paranormal investigation company. I used to give psychic tours in cemetery. But I do a master's in forensic sciences. And I think the forensic sciences was that part of that. Kind of the morgue, so in San Francisco, working as a visual investigator. I worked in Solano counties, worked in different counties, and Sacramento morgue. And I liked being near the death energy, I think. But I closed my eyes in the morgue in Sacramento once and saw a party going on, and I was like, no, I can't do that. You know, just gotta come to work right. So it's a lot of fun, and it can also be healing. Experiences and people, when I can share it, it lets them see the other side a little bit. And a lot of people come to this already have a connection, so it's even more. It's a confirmation for me as well as that.
Sure. And then Bridget also gave a talk this morning on communicating with the other side. And so what was that talk about?
Now that's talking about the different processes that you could use. And different types of mediumship that there are. And what I felt was the difference between psychic and mediumship. Mediumship, I believe, is just a little more energy. Psychics are getting into the same faculties. It's just more, we have more energy somehow focused in as a medium, and it allows us to go more in depth and sustain the energy.
Sure.
So I think a lot of people finding their mediumship ability recently. A lot more people are starting to wake up to their abilities, and it's really an incredible time right now.
Yeah, amazing. And so do you find more and more people are coming to you, obviously looking to connect with lost loved ones, but also to connect to their own abilities?
Right. And people are definitely looking at, I've been seeing them, I'm feeling them. Like, yes, and you just gave me confirmation that what I was seeing was accurate. So I'm like, yeah, and you might look at doing it this way. You might look at asking for a sign, and when you see it, just take note that you're getting your sign. And that's what and then you can start looking at things. And do you hear more? Do you see more? Do you feel? Do you just know? Clairsentience, clairaudience, clairvoyance, all those things.
And do people come to you to get closure on relationships and, obviously the people who passed?
Absolutely. So sometimes it's closure, sometimes it brings closure, they don't really want it, but they weren't necessarily realize they were looking for it. And sometimes it has a cathartic effect on people. So it could be very, very healing. And they do come for that sometimes.
Okay, wonderful. And you do both one-on-one as well as these seances.
Yeah.
So what is powerful about the seance experience?
You're sharing energy with people. Sometimes there's a group energy and the messages are similar across people. I believe sometimes there's a soul connection with people that are in the group that would never happen if we didn't have that. So it's a unique experience, I think, that allows people to experience a connection energetically on a soul level that It's kind of special.
Very powerful, and definitely, Bridget has a very potent gift, I would say. And usually her talks and her presentations are standing room only. We have people waiting outside to hear her speak and to, see you in action, basically receiving these messages. So definitely, thank you for being here and being a part of SoulSearch and our fairs. And we're really excited because obviously we host these live events and we have live seances available with Bridget to give people the opportunity to come together, but we'll also be hosting live seances on Zoom. So stay tuned for that. So if you aren't able to come to one of our psychic fairs, you'll still be able to participate, and it should be a fascinating experience. Oh, and I see Laura. Laura has a question.
Okay.
She says, would you please ask Bridget if she has ever channeled famous people who have helped with the investigation?
Famous people. So I have channeled some famous people. It was more an entertainment. And I've done
Not helping you with the investigation.
Yeah, it didn't help me with the investigations. I mean, help me with maybe looking at famous people's crimes. I will look at them sometimes and say, oh, wow, that was definitely murder. Oh, that one was a bad mistake. And you'll hear things. It's a fascinating kind of question. I mean, it's never have I combined the two, but I have done both. So,
Okay.
yes.
So she has not combined the two when having a famous person help her with an investigation, but definitely has channeled famous people. So thanks for that question, Laura. And Scott, do you have any comments here? I know you've been listening to
Well,
us.
I just want to let everybody, I want to let everybody know that again, you all want to join SoulSearch. This is where you get to meet people like Bridget, Dr. Christian, amazing people. And so go to soulsearch.io. Again, you'll find Bridget there. You can send her a message. And Bridget, you are booked, you do private times, correct?
Private session.
Yes, I do.
And tell us a little bit about what those private sessions might include.
Well, private sessions can be anything from connecting with loved ones that have passed on to looking at current situations, to what the loved one has to say about it. That's usually how we lead into the session. About sometimes we look at where past possibly could go. I give people different news that they could possibly follow, and they can always suggest when they think maybe they should get some medical, legal, or health outside. So it can be very healing, and mediumship allows for a little more leeway with tapping in and channeling the energy around the person.
And can people hire you for investigations as well, paranormal investigations?
They can.
So
Going to my husband's, I have to register my license again.
So Scott, so yes, definitely, as you can see on SoulSearch, we have so many different and unique types of healers and guides providing all kinds of services. And at our psychic fairs, it's just amazing. As you guys saw today, everyone from Tony, our angelic healer, to, the tarot, sound healing, intuitive body work, and of course our mediumship here. So, we're really amazed. I'm really amazed by your work and what you do, and thank you for being here. And definitely, I think what I've seen is people are just so intrigued and wanting to connect with loved ones. And, they come here really looking to connect with Bridget, having that experience, but then they just get opened up to a whole new world when they come to the psychic fair, new modalities, new ways of healing and transformation. So again, you're just, you're also a bridge, Bridget, bringing people in and then opening them up to this whole new world.
It's a pleasure, and it's been a privilege to be part of your shows.
Oh,
I really do. I get to meet a lot of awesome people, including you, Charlie.
Thank you so much, Bridget. We love having you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wonderful to meet you. Thank you so much. All right. And by the way, the noise that's coming in is just because she's at a psychic fair, so we're hearing other people. There's nothing we can really do about that. But Laura writes, Tangela, you obviously draw to yourself a very high vibe kind of healers and guides. Your psychic fairs must be fabulous. Too bad I live in Chicago. So time to bring the psychic fairs to Chicago.
Yes, thank you so much, Laura. And we will bring the psychic fairs to Chicago. I mean, definitely, Spirit actually guides me on where to take the fairs. I don't really even make the decision myself. I got a direct guidance from Spirit. You have to go to Silicon Valley. You have to go to Scottsdale. And definitely, I have been getting the message that we have to go to Chicago. So stay tuned.
All right. Is Charlie close by?
He is, Charlie. Let me call him. Let's see. He was just walking by. So oh, here he is. Okay, great. So Bridget, thank you
so
for
much.
being here.
Well,
It
nice
was
to meet
great
you.
seeing
Yeah.
you, and we'll see you tomorrow for more live seance.
I'll be back.
She'll be back. And Charlie, welcome. And I think most of you guys know Charlie, but Charlie is my beloved. And also I have to say he is a huge support and partner for me in putting together these psychic fairs. They actually could not happen without him. And again, I was guided to start doing them right after we met. And so he has been an integral part of helping me organize the fairs and just organize all of the psychics and healers when they're here, how to place them. Putting these fairs together is a very large endeavor. And we do so many. And, Charlie just really helps make it all super easy for me. So thank you, Charlie.
Thank you. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you.
And Charlie's also one of our psychics and healers at the fair as well. And so Charlie is an angelic channeler, healer, psychic, and guide. He does angelic and channeled readings and healings for people. Also, a lot of people here have been talking about star seeds, and he also does tap into people's galactic families, galactic origins, but also angelic guides, ascended masters to help bring through guidance and healing for people. And so you also just attended Bridget's seance.
Oh, yeah, no, and it was great information. They talked about answering the call.
Okay,
So it's like, really, my guides are like, yeah, it's time to get out there and keep doing the one-on-ones as you see fit, but it's time to begin reaching a bigger audience.
Yes, and so one of the things that we're launching, because at SoulSearch, a lot of people who come to our fairs, they love connecting and the community, but then they want to stay connected, and they often email us that we would love to ask more questions. We have more questions. We want to continue this conversation after going to the talks and meeting with different healers. So Charlie's actually launching a weekly spiritual discussion on Zoom called Answering the Call, and it will be on Thursdays at 5:30, and people can join in from anywhere in the world on Zoom and just have a conversation, share their experiences. We have lots of people who come here, like Galaxy was saying too, who had experiences and don't know who to share them with, who to speak to, and also they have questions. So you want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, so it's come to me to begin bringing more healing energy and channeling to the masses, but to also reconnect and start bringing these things that are from very high realms into layman's terms. And a lot of people, whether they're aware of it or not, are getting the very same impulses that any master is getting, and they just don't know how to make sense of it. Some certain things are happening in the physical world, and it just seems like everything's going backwards. And so my guides help me to give that higher perspective of what's really going on. This is the shaking of the consciousness. It's been talked about for thousands of years. It's a divine plan that's unfolding, and to help people stay out of fear, to stop thinking about what they don't want and get thinking about what they do want, right? When they say Shawshank Redemption, you can get busy dying or get busy living, get busy living and keep thinking about what you want, because it's just one less thing in the outer world that's got to happen that does shape you.
And so actually we have some comments coming in. One was from,
Charlie.
oh, sorry, Doreen. I'm sorry, Scott, go ahead.
I'm wondering, and I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, and you don't have to say yes, but we
Okay.
were talking about doing psychic readings. Could you do a spontaneous psychic reading for one of our people on the show?
I sure can. Yes, I can.
So who would like to receive a short, we're not going to have a lot of time, but a short psychic reading from Charlie? Who would like to do that? If so, please raise your hand. I'm going to go to gallery view. So I see Pat is raising her hand, and Pat's one of our regulars. So Pat, I am putting you on camera.
There she is. There she is. Yes.
We need you to unmute, Pat. So please unmute. And
Thank you.
Charlie, meet Pat. Pat, this is Charlie.
Hi,
Thank
Pat.
you
How
so
are
much.
you? And just balance your energy from me. And then... You have a wonderful, it's very similar. Your energy is just like my grandmother's energy.
Wow.
I wouldn't doubt me if you actually have your own gifts of your own that you've been holding on to your whole life. So your guides are with you. You've opened your consciousness in this lifetime more than you have in 100 lifetimes.
Wow.
They're very, you have followed your guidance, whether you believe it or not, or whether you doubt yourself or not, your guidance is guiding you to where you are. Okay. You can truly transcend even thoughts of death or anything like this. There is no such thing. Okay, we kick off these things like old shoes and just continue. Okay.
Yes.
And they to know that like you are beautiful, you're innocent, and you've been doing this. You did a lot of heavy lifting for the collective of humanity. Okay, in the years that you incarnated this time and paved the way for a higher consciousness to begin being born. Okay. And you've got a new story that's unfolding. So just hold on. Don't put age, all these things out of your mind. There's something new being birthed within you. Where you can be the child again with the innocence and the curiosity and the awe of the world. So don't get caught up on the news and things like this. When things get aggravated, they're saying, go outside, go play in nature. Where do you live, Pat?
I live in New Jersey.
You live in Jersey, okay.
Yeah. I love being out in nature with the trees.
It is.
And I send love and to humanity and the world every day.
And nature loves you being there. The nature spirits are all around you. You have this like rejuvenation. Sing to them, okay? You have a lot of like elementals that they love to hear you hum. They love it when you just kind of daydreaming, because that's where you open up to them. Your own angels, your own earth elementals. They love you so much, and they know you're pure of heart. They can feel your heart, so they're drawn to you. Okay. Now take it another notch and like use your imagination, your third eye, to visualize little fairies around you, and go sit on a bench when you're feeding the birds or something. And
I found a new bench under some trees.
Good.
In Mercer Park that they moved. And I feel it's a very special place for me to sit, connect with nature.
Yes, and speak to the trees as well. The trees
I
are
do.
Yes. Keep up these things, and it's like it's doing something to your own energetic body. Okay, as you are, they're purifying your aura. Okay, but your aura is much more complex than just colors coming out around you. Your aura is like your ethereal body, which is like technology in a sort of way. There's certain thought patterns that get stuck in it, and a lot of them are not yours. They're other people's thought patterns.
Yes, I try to release energy at night when I go to sleep.
I would suggest transmuting it with violet flame.
Me too. I'm very connected to the violet fire.
That's a beautiful thing, and that's transmuting it. It's not even releasing it back out so other people have to suffer with it. You're transmuting it. It's like the negative aspect, negative thought patterns get transformed back into positive thought forms, and then you get to gain that energy for your your joy, it changes your endocrine system. You get better, your dopamine and your endorphins begin to change with these frequencies of the transmutation. And it's right now, your face even looks like it's glowing to me. So like to know, you are healthy, you are divine health, your divine purity.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I'm so grateful. That was so
Thank you
wonderful.
so much
Thank
for
you.
doing that,
Thank
Charlie.
you, Scott, for choosing me. Yes.
Absolutely, Pat. We love you. You're wonderful.
Very honored. Yes.
Thanks, Scott. And I just wanted to make just a mention because we did have another, I don't know, I had a comment coming in earlier for, let me just see here. One, I don't know where.
While you're doing that, Charlie, would you be willing to do one more read?
Yeah.
Okay, so in a little bit after
Namaste.
Charlie, we have the wonderful Mia O'Brien, who's going to do a whole healing for us. She's a extraordinary healer. I know several have their hands raised, but I'm going to go with Tammy Moore. Tammy is who does all of our website work. She's a wonderful and important part of the Global Peace Tribe. So I definitely would love, Charlie, for you to do something special for Tammy if you can.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi, can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can. I'm just gonna align yourself to me a little bit. Okay, so it is no coincidence. To me, I don't know if your shirt is green, but it looks green to me. It is part of one of the primary rays you're working with right now, which is truth and healing, truth and health. Okay, there's a very powerful energy, and for whatever reason, humanity resists it a lot. Okay, and you are somebody that has the power to hold that sword of truth. Okay, your voice, things like this, and they want you to know, like your guides are really working with you on really opening, and I mean, we call it speaking your truth, but I'm talking speaking your truth from a higher level, like I am that I am, and I am Tammy. Okay, and have the courage to say, even if you're by yourself, to not hesitate doing this, to speak in the name of your God presence. Okay, we don't need to pray and ask and beg for things. All right, so they're really working with you on invoking your feelings, the fulfillments, the health, then the truth that's coming through you. You're much more powerful than you've given yourself credit for. And so they're working with you on this very significantly, okay? You do not just have one guardian angel, and your guardian angels are being overseen by Raphael and Mother Mary. So you have a very divine energy and presence about you, okay? And they want you to know that they're, just like Jesus would say, they're closer to you than hands and feet. They're part of you, okay? They're not coming from outer space to help you. They're already there. You just have to let that aspect, the Mother Mary part of you, come into your energy, and let the Raphael part of you come into your energy. And for every angel in that, for that matter, but you're very primarily working in that emerald energy right now, and gold. So always the Christ energy is very powerful in you, okay? Let that golden energy flow, visualize yourself emanating golden light, do these kind of things, and you're going to begin feeling in short time, like rapid transformation. The more attention that they're helping you keep your attention on higher thoughts, okay? You do your day-to-day job, which, we all do, and you get into your day-to-day conversations, but still give yourself the contemplation time to be contemplating higher truth. Even if you're just saying, I am the truth, I am the truth. Let that play in your mind, and all of a sudden you'll start getting truth, okay? And let all the beliefs of the Maya are going to start dissolving. These words might not make quite sense to you yet, but they will. Okay, there's a higher energy beginning to flow through your system. And a great deal of this is in your heart and your throat right now. Okay. But put no fear into things. They're working with you just to stop thinking about what you don't want and keep you busy thinking on what you do want. And that you're an untouchable. They're saying you're untouchable. Okay, you are part of a community of human angels, if you will, that is untouchable. You're untouchable by any outside force other than what you specifically draw to yourself. Okay, and even then they can't really hurt you. All right, there's nothing, so you're learning how to walk fearlessly, and Michael will help you with this as well. Michael, these are like your brothers and sisters. Okay, the angelic realm are your brothers and sisters. They don't need to be bowed to, or just give your gratitude, and as you would give your brother that's coming to help you, have courage and things like this. Okay, but this energy is yours by birthright, and you're going through a rapid transformation. The way you view your reality 2 years from now is going to be completely different. You're going to learn how to use the Maya and be the creator and not the reactor. Okay, you'll be creating your reality a lot more consciously. All right, you'll be able to understand that when we do a great like a benediction and calling in an invocation of your angels and the Christ presence and stuff, it's not about kissing somebody's butt. It's actually about calling in energies that is already part of us, and then we magnetize those glorious things into our life. Okay, but our human self has this little resistance to this kind of thing, and our ego mind, and this is what's just integratingly moving out of you. Okay, so just be patient with yourself. Be aware of your thought. Be aware of your feelings when you're feeling agitated or something's triggering you, just, oh, you could tell, stop and get behind me, or be still. And like your mind is like its own being. Okay, when things come into our mind and start playing in your mind, just say, be still and know that I am God. Right, or get behind me, these kind of things. I am the violet flame. Play these things in your mind, or I am the resurrection and the life. For 17 seconds, it like washes those thoughts and transmutes that energy and brings you back into center. Okay, but it doesn't always need to be like prayer work and things like that. You can watch some stand-up comedy on YouTube, get that laughter rippling across your chest. There's a divine purpose for that ripple that comes with laughter. All right, and this, even yogis teach other ways of doing breathing exercises. Keep yourself light of spirit. Okay, it's going to be, we're in a, like the birth canal of a whole new reality. And some women have, there's some labor pains. So but when you're aware of it, you can dissolve it. Okay, as agitations come into your energy, you are a master, and they're saying you've done this before. All right, you just haven't ridden this bike in a while, but you can't forget how to ride a bike. All right, just let it start coming to you, and you're coming into your realization. All right, it's beginning, ready or not. You agreed to it before, and now it's time. All right.
How is all that landing for you, Tammy?
Well, I know that, we're going to get barking dogs here in a minute. Okay, sorry. I meditate daily now, and I've been reading tarot cards since 1999, and I'm connecting more with higher self, and I feel it, but I also feel like there's a veil or something, that there's something that I need to either remove a block or step through into, or there's something. So I'm just keep at it and keep up my meditation practice, and I journal and pull cards daily. And so, but I do feel that I'm on the precipice of something wonderful. And I've actually been told that I'll be helping to guide the ETs when they come. So that's pretty exciting, but that I'm a couple of years off for that. So I'm.
It's all about. It's about believing in yourself. Okay, it's about believing and speaking as your presence. There's a great book by Edgar Casey about connecting or channeling your higher self. But I just listened to the audio book a couple days ago, and it's very good, and it revitalizes, like, you're doing everything right. Even when we think we're not really connecting, the truth is you're following every step right to the point. It's just about trusting that not one word can leave your mouth that's not meant to leave your mouth. And if you put the intention, I'm channeling my higher self for myself, it's more powerful than like auto writing. It's more like inspired writing when you're journaling. Okay, put the intention out and you'll get your messages. You are very connected, all right? And you're very guided.
I feel very guided. My father passed away a couple of years ago, and I feel him constantly. And I understand he's a very powerful spirit, and I feel very guided, and I feel very like I was told that I have 12 angels around me, so I feel very blessed and guided, and so thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, Tammy.
Thank you, thank you,
Thanks,
thank you.
Tammy, and thanks, Scott. So yes, all of the angels are around you in every moment, Tammy. Very beautiful. And Scott, I just wanted to say that Laura had mentioned, so that's how Tangela does it. Her partner is psychic. I knew she had to have serious spiritual assistance. And I definitely do, as you all can see. I have very serious spiritual assistance. And I have to say that is really why, one of the reasons, we're able to create and do so much, because just like how Charlie was supporting everyone and saying, don't go into the negative, we're trained to kind of go into the negative and then go into fear. And we don't realize that when we do that, that's what we end up creating. So anytime I may start going into hesitation or doubt or, oh my God, should we do this? Should I have done that? Why did I plan this massive event? Like, what was I thinking? He'll just bring me right back and say, don't doubt yourself. You were guided to do this. Just picture it being a huge success. And you know what? I just get back to center and it's a huge success. And so,
Let's all twinkle Charlie. Thank you.
I usually have to try to fit people in here because they get so full that like we've never had a fair that wasn't completely packed with vendors and people. So I don't know where she even gets the idea that it might not work.
But it's the human, it's the human that comes in. But what we don't realize is our human can create what we don't want. And then when we remember that, we can then focus on creating what we do want. And that's what this is all about. Just remembering that we are conscious creators of our own reality. And that's what we're all here doing together. So, just thank you, Scott. Thank you, Charlie, for reminding me all the time. And
Shirley, and I want to let people know that you can learn more about Shirley. I put this into the Zoom room, but for those of you watching on Facebook or YouTube, Charlie's website is Sacred Fire Alchemist. sacredfirealchemist.com. sacredfirealchemist.com. You can learn more about Charlie. You can sign up for a reading with him. As you've seen with both of the readings he did, he's amazing. He's very gifted. And so if you're looking for a reading, Charlie's your guy.
Thanks,
and then there's been a request about wanting to know more about the upcoming psychic fairs. So we're again going to go to SoulSearch. And when we go to SoulSearch, just click where it says psychic fairs. And you can either click on one of the individual ones or what I just did, all psychic fairs.
And San Rafael is next. So we do have a second day tomorrow here in Santa Clara. And then we have San Rafael coming up on July 29th. So if you are in the Marin area, Northern Bay area, definitely come by on July 29th. That's one of our very popular fairs. It's at the Embassy Suites Hilton. We'll have a whole, we have 2 speaker rooms full of speakers, amazing healers, teachers, and guides. And then stay tuned. We have a lot more dates. We haven't announced all of our fall dates, but right now we've been doing 3 shows per month. We'll probably be doing 4 shows per month coming up soon. And they are big. If you haven't been to our fairs, we have a lot of vendors, a lot of people coming through, and we just love the energy. We love seeing everyone come together in community, and also join us online. We have, Charlie's Answering the Call, spiritual discussion on Zoom, where you can bring your questions and, talk about healing and transformation. I'm hosting a New Moon Goddess Circle on Monday night via Zoom for divine feminine empowerment and activation. And, we have a lot of different online events that all of our different partners and healers do. Asil is going to be doing a Elohim transmission for Lionsgate coming up. And so, definitely join our community, get on our newsletter. And if you're a healer practitioner, please join us so we can help support your work and promote your work as well out into the world. So a lot happening.
Fantastic. Tangela, thank you so much. Now you get to relax and hopefully receive. Charlie, God bless you.
Thank you,
It's
Scott.
great being with you guys. They came up to Ashland for the concert with Kristen and the Twin Ray. So
Amazing.
see you ever so briefly, but in person. And I will hopefully see you in San Rafael in 2 weeks.
Wow, that's going to be awesome, Scott. And it was amazing. Ashland was incredible being at the Haven, and Kristen Hoffman, and of course the Twin Ray. The whole evening was so powerful. So it was, amazing being with all of you there. Thank you.
It was more powerful having you there, both of you there. So.
Yeah, and that's actually a perfect transition. Thank you again, Tangela. Another wonderful show.
Thank you.
So as most of you know by now, I've gotten increasingly involved here in Ashland with the Ashland community. Deborah and I creating events along with our other community members. And this is Mia O'Brien. Some of you saw her on our last Sacred Sunday show. And she's really one of the predominant healers in this community. And so she's going to provide a KES healing. And do you want to do it for the group, or do you want to see if anybody wants it? What are you feeling?
What does everyone feel? We can do it as a large group, or if there's somebody who is in need tonight, then we could do an individual healing as well. What would everyone like? Put in the chat.
So yeah, what I'd like to think is most people are saying a group, but I think we should do a group healing because yeah, so let's do that. And shall I just I'm going to just put the camera on you. I'm not going to answer chat. I'm going to go right over to that other part of the couch and just enjoy.
Okay, thank you.
If we can get up, there we go.
Just kind of move over. So beautiful to be here tonight and to bring this beautiful Christic energy system to everyone. It's really just important. You've had so many beautiful people come on tonight. I've been listening from the other room and have been so inspired. And I'm just so grateful for each and every one who not only just attended tonight, but also who presented and shared their beautiful gifts. And now it's your turn to receive. And so take a moment to really allow yourself this gift to receive. Go ahead, feel free to turn off your cameras or just take some moments to either lie down or sit in a very comfortable position. As we go in and really bring in these energies that you already know, that you already are. Allowing yourselves to just take this moment in time to go back to your breath, where there's no more talking, there's no more doing, just letting it all fall away. Allowing this very breath to just end all of your thoughts, all of your words, all of your feelings, all of your action. As we begin to plug in now, allowing yourself to use that cord from the base of your spine all the way down, deep, 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 sending that cord deep into the center of the earth. And if it helps you to physically plug it in, physically plug it into the middle of the earth, turning on the golden light, allowing this illumination to brighten and illuminate all of the crystals deep within the center of this earth. They know your body so well. They know exactly what you need, why you need it, where you need it. They know exactly which frequency and which vibration. So allow yourself to bathe in this illumination in different tones and colors, different frequencies and vibration, different sacred geometries, all of the nutrition that you need. Just breathe here. As you begin to sync up your breath with the breath of this earth, where you sync your heartbeat, the heartbeat of this earth. And when you're ready, pulling all up, all the way up into your roots, back up into your body, into your beautiful heart. As you breathe it into your master cell, allowing it to go to all cells now. Allowing all of your cells to receive this golden illumination. As you take a deep breath again, and this time sending it up, all the way up into your brain, through the crown of your head this time, up, 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 higher and higher, even higher into the sky, into the sun behind the sun. This beautiful galactic sun that holds the golden illumination of your highest DNA, golden DNA template. Plug in here. Plug yourself in. Allowing this golden illumination from the great Father Sun to pour through, bringing you all of the neutrinos, just like the photosynthesis of a plant. As this golden illumination begins to pour down like a beautiful waterfall, back into the crown of your head, back deep down into your spine and into your heart. Merging and blending, dancing and weaving. This beautiful maternal golden light. Allowing all to become balanced and aligned and harmonized between the masculine, the feminine, the yin, the yang, the electric, the magnetic, the up, the down, the in, the out, the front, the back, the left, the right, the past, the future. Into this now moment, as you become this illuminated sun, allowing it to expand out now beyond your physical body, as you are this illumination, out into your bioenergetic field, out into your community, expanding out into your state, sharing it to now and illuminating brightly as the sun that you are with this world. Staying in this expanded state now. Allowing your body to receive all that it needs as we call forth all soul lifetimes and life streams, extensions and aspects. All the mothers, all the fathers, all the grandmothers, all the grandfathers. The entire soul family tree of that of the individual and that of the collective group. To come, come, come. This is your moment in time to bring up and bring out all dis-ease, all dysfunction, all misqualified energies, frequencies, vibrations, and cells. To release all microtoxins, all inflammation, all negative EMF, radioactivity, all dehydration, all acidity, all sugar. Releasing all impurities of the blood. Releasing all negative and nanotechnologies, all synthetics, all inverse realities and attached souls, all that no longer serves the physical body. Clear traumas, wounds, samskaras, emotionals, fear-based emotions within the emotional body. Clearing through all old soul memories, memory points, reference, all old belief systems that are no longer in the highest good. Clearing through all conditionings, all bindings, all chains of all parents, all societies, all cultures, all religions, all governmental controls through all time space. Clearing through all soul karmas, all soul contracts, vows, discussions, agreements, handshakes at the soul level that are no longer in the highest good. Purifying, cleansing, transmuting, and transforming all implants, all imprints from every level, every layer throughout all time space. Bringing all back into harmony, balance, and alignment. Reorganizing, rejuvenating, regenerating, recalibrating, and re-engineering all that is. As we raise the frequency now in vibration into the unified field, the field of oneness, of one consciousness, of one love that is aligned to God's laws of all order and structure, rhythm and timing, fairness and justice, with God's virtues, divine patience, divine compassion, divine righteousness, of unconditional love, with selflessness and humility, divine wisdom and truth, pulling all Piscean roots, all old roots, pulling all dissonance from all love, divine supreme love, pulling all dissonance for misuse of power, misuse of wisdom. Harmonizing, balancing, and aligning all aspects of every bodily system. With every ascended planet and star, constellation, zodiac, archetype, aspect, and archangel. Bringing all back into the ascendantship of the oneness of the one consciousness and this one love. Be here now. So allowing yourself now to be the witness within your own vessel. As all is pulled, all is released, all is surrendered as we call all forward. To let go and let God. Allow yourself to be bathed in this beautiful emerald green liquid light. That is the frequency of unconditional love. As it reverberates and ripples out, pulling all away that is not of this frequency and vibration. Pulling from the past and pulling from the future. All that is not in this alignment. Bringing it all to the here and now. Continuing to allow yourself to just let go. Don't help. Allow each and every cell to receive this reverberation. letting go of all of the old story. Allowing this beautiful new story to come in. Allowing all to be forgiven and all to be freed. Allow all to be forgiven and all to be freed. All are forgiven and all are freed. Bring up and bring out all that is ready to be let go. Now. Allow yourselves to go even a little deeper into your heart. Knowing you're so safe in this container. Recognizing even more that's hiding. All of that grief, all of that regret, all of that anger, all of that hatred. All of the impatience and frustration, all of the unworthiness. We call forth all once again to bring up and bring out, as all must be seen and all must be revealed now. All must be seen and all must be revealed now. Bring it up and out of the depths of your heart. Opening up the chambers even wider, even deeper. Now. Very good. Now this illumined light of this emerald green liquid light to fill even deeper into each chamber of your heart. Rinsing and cleansing and rinsing and cleansing. Filling up that chamber, bathing in it, saturating in it. Allowing yourself, allowing all of your lifetimes and all of your ancestors to return home. To return to this love of God to be held in the arms of this divine mother creator, where you're so wanted, so nourished, so revered and so honored, so needed. Come home. Come home. You are home. Allow yourself to receive even more now and even deeper, where every single cell feels at home. Smile, shining brightly, where every organ feels so right and so at home. Every system, every function, every vein, every artery, every capillary, all the blood, every bone, even the bone marrow, shimmering and shining, smiling, at home. As all are connected now, working together in synergy and coherency. Your body begins now to recalibrate even more, to re-engineer, to return back into the golden template it was created from, by, through, as God's love, through God's grace and compassion, through God's peace. Returning back to joy and happiness and harmony. Completely aligned in this oneness consciousness, this oneness field of all, through the connection of all ascended beings on this earth, through all sentient life in this universe, in this solar system and galaxy and cosmos, where all are one, all are connected, all are aligned with God's will and God's divine purpose and plan for this earth, for this solar system, for this galaxy, for this cosmos, for this universe and multi-universes, to all return home, for all to return back to love, allowing all polarities to collapse upon themselves now, all collapse now upon itself, back to this now moment, back into this unity of the one and the all. Now, all begin to dance and swirl and merge and blend. There's no true masculine and no true feminine, just one dance. The two and the one. The past and the future dance together into this now moment, where all are now aligned to supreme love and supreme power, grace, and the supreme truth and wisdom of God's creation. Through all levels and layers, throughout all time, space, past, present, and future, throughout all planes of existence, realms of reality, and all dimensions. in this now moment. As you breathe back now, that breath, that expanded breath, breathing it back into this vessel, bringing it all back into this vessel, bringing it all back into this vessel. Back into the heart, into that breath of the heart. Back into that master cell. Back into every cell now. Harnessing this golden template of the divine human that you are, the love that you are. Anchoring this in, holding this frequency and vibration, integrating. Embodying. As we ground this back into the Mother Earth. We plug you in and ground you in into all of this is whole and healed. As we thank all that came for this beautiful healing session, this beautiful entourage that is each and every one of you, that of the collective, that of the heavenly realms and inner earth beings, and that of the Holy Mother, Holy Father, God of Most High, that always overlights these holy and healing sessions. I bow to you. I bow to the all. Now it is done, and so it is. Amen. Allowing yourselves to have the grace to come back into this now moment of time. To feel these bodies. To love these bodies. To love yourself.
So I'll give a big twinkle. Oh, I gotta grab my keyboard. I'm still kind of out of my body.
Come back into your body, Scott.
And it's certainly the first time I've left my body while hosting The Awakening World or any of these shows. I lay down on the couch here. It was amazing. So I'm going to go to gallery view, and I'd like to invite, and I see we still have 41 people with us. So let's go to gallery view and let's give some beautiful twinkling to Mia O'Brien. Thank you so much, Mia.
So welcome.
Thank you so much. Absolutely exquisite experience. And Mia, people can email you if they're interested in sexual work. Tell us about that.
Sure. You know, I am one of those that has strived early in my life, and I stopped that life so that I devote my life to service in God. So you won't find me at any website. That's not my purpose. I feel that people who need what they need, and ones can serve you, then you find me. And so you can email me at mobrien0369, universal number, @gmail.com. It would be my pleasure to serve you and always.
And I just put that into the chat box. Speaking of the chat box, I was laying down, so I haven't seen all the chats that came in, but I'm seeing all sorts of amazing appreciations including Jasmine Bear. Mia, by the way, is amazing with Jasmine Bear. They have a love affair going on. She bathed, the very first person who's ever bathed Jasmine Bear besides herself is Mia here. So, thank you. Look at all these beautiful messages coming into you. Many coming in. So, well, I've got a few announcements. We're going to wrap up and then go, of course, to an Omashar song in a moment. But a reminder that we're making some adjustments. And I want to kind of tune you into what's happening next week. So let's take a look at next week's schedule. Of course, we will start on Wednesday night, and we have a really lovely show planned. Louisa Stowe will be back with us, along with Michelle Anderson, and two new guests, and it's all about the upcoming Sunfire Festival taking place in August. There are four corners. That's where Colorado and New Mexico and Utah all meet. As it's going to be this Wednesday night. As we talked about before, Christine Michaels, Eden Amadora, and some amazing guests on July 22nd. Oh, actually, I'm skipping something. I'm forgetting now that we have Thursday night shows. And on Thursday night, I will be, a lot of you were with us for a wonderful show last Thursday night with Kristen Hoffman and the Twin Ray. This Thursday night, we've got another wonderful concert. No Twin Ray this time, but Chad Wilkins. Some of you have seen Chad. He was on Saturday Night Alive for the Global Peace Tribe and then the Awakening World. He's from Australia, but he's coming through Ashland. So I've arranged for him to perform live at the Haven. Come to Ashland, be live in the audience. That would be cool. Would love to see you. Meet Mia, get a session from Mia. And for those of you that can't come to Ashland, you can tune in. This is a special event. Your Awakening World subscription will cover this. I'll send out an email with the link to the Chad Wilkins concert on Thursday.
You just froze, Scott.
The Magdalene feast day. Obashar, were you about to say something?
Yeah, you just froze for about 8 seconds. We got most of about Chad. Are you frozen again?
Your turn, Omashar.
Or Tangela, or I can explain Saturday night show, which is we'll be doing Feast Day of Mary Magdalene. And the purpose is to reveal that which has been suppressed and to bring to light. And with Eden coming back from walking the land and going to the sacred sites, she'll be full of transmission. So it's a really high level, high energy transmission that happens when somebody's been in the sacred sites. And I had been in 2008 and it's life changing. So it'll be a treat for everybody to be, greeted by that tremendous love and energy that is full of life. So I'm very excited and hear the stories, these magical stories that have been suppressed for years that are now being revealed is very powerful. So thank you.
Okay. Where am I? Oh.
And then Sunday.
So right now, Scott's internet has gone out. So I'm going to say thank you so much, Christy. That was beautiful. We look forward to that show and this Wednesday's show. And I'm going to play us a closing song called Going Home. Scott's internet may or may not come back on. We shall see. And please think about subscribing and joining Global Peace Tribe, globalpeacetribe.com. We put out all these shows for free, let's say. However, the basic backdoor costs get covered by those who subscribe to the Global Peace Tribe, including myself. I subscribe. And so thank you so much. And so the Sunday shows, Laura, are postponed for a while. I believe from the Haven every day, there will be a meditation at 6:30 Pacific time. Wednesdays and Saturdays will continue as normal, except they'll be starting at 7, not at 6, because there'll be a meditation at 6:30 every single day from the Haven, which is also included in your subscription, let's say. So you'll get an email from that sometime this week as Scott and Deborah and Mia sort it out. And I think that's all the information we need to share in this moment. The Sundays are paused for a little while whilst Scott and I reconfigure. I'm going to go to the UK for 3 weeks next month to see my mum. And when I come back, we shall see and Glastonbury, of course, and Avebury and all of those wonderful ley line places.
And thank you so much, Omashar, for your beautiful music. Was so it just elevates my soul every time I hear you sing. So.
You're welcome. So I'm going to do something here. Who have we got still? I got a tiny screen, so I have to flick through. Oh, there's Eleanor Joy. I'm going to bring her up. And hey, there we go, Eleanor. This is a gentle one. I adore her. We adore you, sweetheart. And we adore everybody. And Christy, I'm going to say sayonara. Love you, sweetheart. And here we go, going home. Let's.
Choose our destiny. It's our attitude in life that leaves us open to all kinds of things. This is the journey that you take on your own. There are others going with you, yet you do it all alone. All you need is courage. Spirit is with you and the outcome is assured, so there's no need to worry, no reason for fear. You will feel much lighter. where there's no feeling at all, no time for greater things. Only one thing to say, that's to enjoy yourself. There's no one better than you to do what you do, to go for anything. This is the journey that you take on your own. There are others going with you, yet you do it all alone. All you need is courage. Spirit is with you and the outcome is assured, so there's no need to worry, no reason for fear. You will feel much lighter.
Another brilliant song, and I love that Eleanor Joy has transformed and transmuted Ian into a stuffed animal.
I know.
About the magic of the awakening world. I mean, just that is one of the more powerful transformations I've seen.
Yes, me
Yeah.
too. That's brilliant
From
too.
Ian into a stuffed animal. Boy, that's a good way. Relationships
So,
are easier.
Scott, whilst you were reconnecting, we had a little synopsis about the scheduling for next week, and I was mentioning about the meditation daily and the new Wednesday and the Saturday and the temporary. Not postponement, I don't know the word, for the Sunday shows. We're reformatting that over the next bit of time. And someone in the chat just said, could you please restate the timings of the
Sure.
shows and the meditations for this coming week?
Okay, absolutely. So for this coming week, we are still going to be starting at our regular 6 p.m. time. Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Saturday night will still start at 6 p.m. And then after that, we're going to be starting on Monday, November 24th. That's a week from this Monday, a meditation every night at 6:30. And then the Awakening World will start at 7 o'clock. So for this week, still 6 p.m. starts. Although for example, on Thursday night, we will kind of do it like we did last time, where we'll have a couple of Omashar songs. We'll chat with Chad Wilkins a little bit. We'll do a meditation, and then we'll go into the live concert with Chad. And then the following week, Monday the 24th, every night, there will be a meditation at 6:30, and our shows will begin after that. So, and this will all go into an email that will go out to all of you.
And so tomorrow is a digital free day. And for the immediate foreseeable future, that will be the way, the next month maybe, and we'll think about it from then, yes?
Absolutely. And thank you, Omashar. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mia.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, Mia. That was phenomenal. I felt it. And I know that if I'd have laid down, I would not have come back. Well, I would, not so quickly, because I was, just not disintegrating. My cells were coming apart, and for the cleaning. So thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you, Omashar. And remember, we can find all things Omashar at omashar.com. Omashar.com is where Omashar lives. And again, and if you watch on Facebook, join the Global Peace Tribe. It's really easy. Just click right here, go to globalpeacetribe.com, click register for the new season. It will take you to our registration page. And we do 3 or more shows every week. I just added on Tuesday night, July 25th, we're going to have Nicholas. And so we do amazing things. Come join the Global Peace Tribe, get the Zoom room links to all of our shows. Plus every Monday we send out the Zoom room recordings for the shows. And Wishar, I love you, brother. I'll see you on Wednesday night.
Love you too.
And we'll see all of you. Have a beautiful sacred Sunday. And we'll see you next Wednesday night. Take care, everybody.
Good night.